wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestlemania Backlash. I am Travis.
Hey guys.
It's time for the fallout from Wrestlemania Backlash. It looks like we're starting it out with
Wrestlemania Backlash.
Randy Orton and what's it? Riddle. Tom Riddle. Mark Riddle. Some sort of Riddle.
Joe Riddle.
It's definitely not Joe either, but yeah.
Bro Riddle.
Tom Riddle? No, that's from Harry Potter. Matt Riddle? Matthew Riddle. But anyways, it looks like they got a full card tonight. Now, none of it's on their site, but Sean Rossap said that there's 10 matches. He also said that we're going to have a huge return, which we do know that's probably going to be Bliss.
Ooh, returns.
What's he say here? He's got 10 matches scheduled for this afternoon. A return, Judgment Day, whatever that is. Title match, a great-looking main event, which I heard was Bianca Belair and Asuka. Special referee, a new tag team, and some Ciampa.
Yeah, that stuff. All right, we've got Film in the chat. Hey, Film, if you're still in here, it looks like you were in here way earlier, but if you're out there right now, hello. Luke is in the chat. Wrestling Gab was in the chat talking to him, and Sophie is in the chat. Luke says, I have no clue what is happening, but Twitter is absolutely blowing up with posts about Bliss wrestling Sonya on Raw. I don't know if it's true or not, but I just woke up from a nap, so I missed any wrestling news, so I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, we do have a tag team championship match tonight. Street Profits, RK Bro.
As Wrestling Gab pointed out, yes, big return tonight, maybe. Luke says, fireworks, LOL. Wrestling Gab 10 matches scheduled. Let's get going tonight. What's going on tonight? Luke says, and apparently lots of women's matches. Liv versus Rhea, women's tag match. And I guess Asuka versus Belair. Luke also says, I was seriously going to skip tonight, but so much. I figured, and mystery around Raw tonight. LOL, Trav, you're kind of hard to hear, which I fixed that. He said, thank you. Sophie says, wow, 10 matches. They should have done that for a pay-per-view last night. And Luke says, Sophie, the pay-per-view last night was good and short. I enjoyed last night. Sophie's like, I like D hair. Oh. Intrigue, not trigger, huh? That's good to know. That's totally not even close to the same word.
Oh, boy, up there.
Right on. Here.
He's fine. He didn't do anything.
I know, but in case he decides that he's going to try to make a jump for the curtains. Should just put his blankie up there.
Do it. Don't even hesitate.
Sophie says the WWE does this. They do a bad build-up for a pay-per-view, then the pay-per-view ends up being very good.
Yeah, it happens. When they put just wrestling first, it usually works.
Leopold.
He's like, I got shit to do, and I like these bags. I don't know if I can get him from my angle.
Leopold.
Guess I go lefty.
Yeah, you. No.
Probably got the TV.
Leopold, woo! No.
Anyways, Randy Orton's going wackadoodle in the ring right now. He wants those tag team titles.
Roberto Lozano's in the chat. Hey, Roberto. Says, hello. So I heard that Rousey is the WWE Women's Champion. Finally.
Yeah, she did. She won it last night. Charlotte getting married this summer, so we probably won't see her for a while with that broken arm.
Lou, Rhonda. Looks like, and that's okay, Sophie. Sometimes story isn't needed when the matches are fire. I was even surprised at how brutal and decent the Rousey versus Flair match was.
It was one of the better matches of the night. The only one that I didn't much care for was the Madcap one.
Are you just being weird? Come on. Come on. Come on.
Well, of course he has no confidence in his cousins.
So it says they're teasing the tag unification match again.
Yeah, a little bit right now. But they might not even be champions after tonight. You got Street Profits wrestling the... Here they come, right here. Setting it up. And I think it's time, right? They got to win it this time.
Mm-hmm.
They can't lose to him week after week.
Yeah.
And it's time. Oh, they're bringing cups up from the ground. Did you see that? They were shooting them up.
Oh, wow.
So they weren't necessarily falling. They fell after they shot up.
Are you sure they were not shooting up from the graphics in the background?
No, it was they have these canisters on the side that were shooting them. Naxos in the sink. Is there anything in there?
Shouldn't be.
Naxos!
People's like, no.
Unfinished business with the bloodline.
What are you doing? What'd you do?
They in Connecticut.
Garbage?
Are we going to get a new champion?
You forget in the garbage. Huh? This is a no. Remember? Garbage is a no. No. No.
The Street Profits, and it's time, I think, for a new tag team champion. All right, Street Profits are stepping into the ring.
Yell at me. I just like it when you yell at me. You don't understand. This is why you just fucking yell at me, Mama. Yell at me. Tell me no multiple times. Multiple no's.
In a couple minutes, so they're going to start the show out with this tag team title switch in the first hour of Raw. We want the smoke.
They want the smoke.
They want the smoke. Riddle says, you want the smoke?
And the people said, they want the smoke?
RKO 420 says, we just smoked your asses. I think Randy's got to be the most lame guy sometimes. And we're going to do it with the 3 most famous letters. It's like, dude, come on. They're all talking. Everybody's being cool but Randy. And Randy comes in like the old man. Yeah, we're going to do it with the RK Bro, too. Woo.
So he's a weirdo. Is that what you said?
All right, our first commercial break, but at least Randy's making us laugh.
Should I put a blanket up there?
Do it. As long as it stays. It's in the bedroom.
I know where it's at. I'm just getting my mouse.
All right, well, it's commercial break time. But it looks like we do have a full card tonight. And then I saw some other dames. She wrote what was happening tonight. Let me see if I can get to that. On my phone, I don't know why this is all being weird. All right. It was a bunch of women's stuff. It was called from Female Locker Room. I don't know how good this source is. But they have Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. They have Alexa Bliss versus Sonya Deville. They have Doudrop and, this is a new tag team, obviously. Doudrop and Nikki ASH versus Sasha and Naomi, and then Asuka versus Bianca in the main event. But obviously that I have no idea who that source is. I don't know if it's even remotely legit.
Legit.
Too legit. But we do have Cody and Theory for the title tonight.
Oh, yeah. Sophie says we're getting Theory versus Cody for the United States Championship tonight. Luke says, so Trav, what kind of wager you want to put down if Liv joins with AJ and Finn tonight? LOL.
Oh, Lord. I could see WWE doing something like that.
That sounds dumb.
They
I don't like it.
They need to move Rhea on.
Yeah, let's not have her.
Rhea's right there on the precipice of being great.
Sophie says,
I like what they're doing with this group. I mean, like, she's right there for an explosion. They need to get her closer to it, not further back from it.
right?
My
Sophie
opinion.
says, if they keep teasing the tag unification match, that means the WWE wants it to happen. Luke says, I want to say, she'll join them, but it's the WWE, so I'm not confident at all about it. LOL. Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie. Says, what going on, Gab? The Bloodline.
Woo.
Riddlin. Hella chest like Dolly Parton. Looks like Kitty. And Robbie says, LOD finding out that it's not good to work with the animals. Whatever. We have one who insistently wants to be in the garbage for some reason. No matter what.
He likes the garbage. Because he's always hungry.
So I have to, like, yell at him, and it's horrible.
We starve him. We feed him twice a day. We're terrible. Is this season 3 here? Is that what they're showing here?
They're showing him starting Dancing with the Stars on Ms. and Mrs.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, dancing some stars.
It says that source has been pretty good recently, but that site came out of nowhere recently, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know where they got their info, so wherever they got it, good. I mean, if it happens, great. I'll even follow her, or them. I don't know if it's women.
Right. Robbie says, cool hairstyle, D. Looks good. Thanks.
I feel like there should be more cheers for the Street Profits. Nobody is moving their hands at all, though. Not one person clapped.
Jerks.
At least these people, see the crowd? See, they're getting excited. They like RK Bro. They're standing up, cheering a little bit. I feel like there is a bunch of fans that are just sitting. But I did hear somewhere from a wrestler that said there's no such thing as a bad crowd. It's just bad wrestling. So if you can't get the crowd pumped, that's your fault, not the fans.
Terrible.
Is it
Sounds about
terrible?
right, though.
Did you say talk about myself?
Do you think that they're going to lose?
The Street Profits?
Is it for the titles? No.
This is a title match, I thought.
No, it just says WWE Raw in the corner, so not for the titles.
Okay, yes, then they're definitely going to win. 1, 2. Ford almost pinned him right there. Ford, you're not going to pin him that quick. Look at him tapping him in the head. Good boy. I mean, I feel like the crowd noise is fake. The crowd isn't doing anything, so how can they be booing? Who sits there like this and goes, boo? Right? Do you do that when you boo?
Sometimes.
You just sit there, you don't move anything, and just say, boo.
I'm like, boo, hiss, boo. When Ronda won. Boo, hiss.
Uh-oh,
Boo.
Riddle on his back. There's a monkey on his back. Oh, God. Throws him down, up, around. Riddle rolls him up. 1, 2. Ford kicks out and taps him on the head. Montez didn't like that at all.
Robbie says, the only sources I trust are the ones I use on my dinner, you know, like that.
Oh, your sauce?
Oh my gosh. Ayla's in the chat, though. Hey, Ayla.
Ayla is up in here.
It was, like, terrible. Just awful. Right? And pretty hair, Dalitha. Thanks, hon. I did it myself. Last week, her mom helped me. This week, I did it myself. Looks like, hi, Ayla. And Robbie says, Ayla, who asked you? I did. I secretly asked her. I was like, what does that mean, Robbie? Sources.
What does it all mean? Gosh, got him good, too. Elevation. Player-hation. All right. Oh, he's going to try to gut-wrench him. Look at Dawkins showing some athleticism.
Whoa.
I feel like if they ever broke up this team, Dawkins is no longer in WWE.
Kind of like Tucker and Otis.
He's the Tucker of Tucker and Otis of Heavy Machinery.
Looks like I asked her telepathically. It was like, what do you use? I curl my hair with a flat iron or a makeshift wand. I use curlers. These, as you've seen on TV, sponge curlers that have like a fabric thing over them. They're memory foam. And you can take the little fabric things off and wash them. and stuff. But, yeah, I got those and did it.
Getting her done. Look at Randy just taking it right to Dawkins' forehead.
Robbie's like, you work it out, Ayla. Janelle Jackson's in the chat. Hey, Janelle says, how do you see this U.S. title match going tonight?
U.S. title match. I have a feeling that Seth is going to interfere in that one. Would be my guess. I feel like Seth's just going to be the guy that interferes and blows the chance for Cody. Because I think they have bigger plans for Cody, and they're not going to try to strap him down with the mid-card belt that they have proven week in and week out that means nothing.
Yeah, because really, he doesn't want that anyways. He's never come out and said, I want the U.S. championship. He came out and said, I'm going to be a champion. I want that big belt.
World champion, and hopefully he can somehow get that. And then headline WrestleMania.
It looks like, Luke, I got your message. It looks like laughing. And it looks like, I tried curlers, but I can't quite get it to work. Looks good, though. Yeah, so it's work in progress. Right. I used to do my mom's hair, and so I kind of have an idea of how to do it.
Of what hair looks like.
No, how to put curlers in. But in all reality, it's kind of like a hit and miss. I'm hoping I kind of got it down to a...
When I had my hair longer, I tried to do the curler thing. But I think half of my problem is I didn't know what direction to curl it. And so some of them were wackadoodle.
Right.
And
so away from your face. Away from your face. So you do the curl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did most of them
away from your face. So the side ones, the back ones, everything goes away from your face.
So you roll away.
Mm-hmm. So when you start it with the curler on the inside of the hair, and then you roll the hair this way so that the curl part is, so yeah, you're curling it away from your face. And it worked. So, Robbie's like, Seth defo gonna get involved. And Ayla says, I can't, Robbie. I don't sources in my food. I don't think. As Robbie says, oh, you crazy lady, Ayla. And Robbie's like, Street Profits ain't winning. Not if it's not for titles.
You think the Street Profits are not winning if it's not for titles? I feel like the Street Profits win no matter what. Either that or the Usos show up.
I think the Usos need to stay in their own lane, which is on SmackDown.
Well, they keep...
I'm tired of seeing them.
We're going to see them maybe at Hell in a Cell against the RK Bro. Or the Street Profits, depending on where that ends up. Or it could be a triple threat.
Right, yeah.
Which will then make everybody think the Usos are going to win it. If it's a triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could definitely see Street Profits winning it.
And they unify the titles?
Unification everywhere. No. But yeah, basically. Can you imagine that? Because everybody think it's one of these two dudes.
It was like sauces. Those are two very different words. Like, right? Like sources. Like, where'd you get your sources? As Ayla says, who's got the sauces for WWE? Doesn't sound right.
Who's got the sauces?
You definitely like to put some barbecue sauce on that, man. Mm.
Oh, I'm like, I hear people talking, but I couldn't find out where it was. My face
They're
probably
in your
looked
head,
terrified.
but it's not a good thing.
It's in your head.
Robbie says, Ayla, it was a joke. Trust. You not to understand. Oh, yeah. A bad one at that. Looks like, Trav, since Edge's group is called Judgment Day.
Judgment Day,
You
right.
think WWE will
Bring back
hire
the
back the Judgment Day. Bring back
Judgment
the Judgment Day pay-per-view and headline it with the group.
Can you imagine them doing that, but doing it like Saudi Arabia or something? I guess it could be a big deal if they did that. But yeah, I mean,
They could cover Rhea Ripley up from head to toe, in like some kind of like crazy chic woman's like outfit thing, where her head's like completely covered and stuff or something.
She's wrestled there before.
Hmm.
She
I know.
wrestled. Oh, okay. I was like she was
I
there.
just think it'd be fun as a gimmick.
All right, Dawkins comes in with Orton. Orton with the hot tag. He's just too good, especially for Dawkins. Come on.
Hey, Judy's in the chat. Hey, Judy.
Hey, Judy. Thanks for joining us again. Look at that. Double power slam right there. You got it.
Judy's got the sauces in their sausage wallet. Nice.
Boom.
It was like, oh, that explains it, Robbie. That dry as fuck UK humor. And Judy says, hi, everyone. Hi, Judy.
Get that Judgment Day pay-per-view. Or they could just do like a Saturday special or something. I'm okay with it.
Robbie's like, no, Ayla. You in US that don't get banter. Ayla's like, but Judy, do you have sources in your dinner tonight?
Whoa.
Robbie's
Up,
like,
over,
RKO
forward, lands on his
incoming
feet.
soon. You think?
Here we go.
It was like, yeah, I have 0 cents. Judy says, New Day versus Judgment Day. Winner keeps Day in their name. LOL. So if one loses, they're just New
Riddle just hit
or
Orton.
Judgment.
Riddle just hit Orton.
Uh-oh.
Is that going to be what separates them? Here's that big frog splash. Watch this. It's over, guys. Ring the bell.
Riddle
I know he's still climbing up top, but you might as well ring the bell. Boom. He ain't kicking out of that. Randy's hurt on the outside. 1, 2. Oh, Randy didn't get up. Randy with the save. Look at Ford's eyes. He's as surprised as I am.
He's like, I didn't do it.
Well, look at this. Riddle lands right on his neck. Randy didn't sit around and
Judy's
pout.
like, oh, hello. Fuck you all. I was like, who the fuck is Judy? Yeah, y'all crazy saltines. Whatever, Judy. We love you.
Oh, no. RKO. That's it. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, they gave Riddle a win tonight.
Look at, or he hit him with that RKO off the top. He was doing that frog splash.
Oh,
so he just went airborne and then Riddle hit him with it.
Holy shit.
Pulled a Randy.
Wow.
Right out of mid-flight.
Robbie's like, oh, Randy's still rolling. And Judy says, I got which. Much love, Misty. LOL. I love you too, Judy. You're my favorite.
That was 10 minutes and 7 seconds. There was a commercial in there, and I let it tick. See? Blam. It does make you wonder if he hurt his back a little bit here. Watch this. Hit his knees first.
Yeah.
I guess he's okay. He's young. He's like 30-something. These guys took too long to get into the league. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of these guys are already in there in their 20s. Belair's in her mid-30s. Not mid, but, well, I don't know when you consider mid, but she's like 33.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Ford's probably older than that. 34, 33, 32. He might be a little younger than she is. She looks like an older broad.
Yeah. Those old broads. Robbie says, I knew it. RK Bro would win. And Judy says, give me Sonya. And Luke says, and we won't see Charlotte for a while because they wrote her off TV so she could get married and have a honeymoon.
Yes.
But I'm wondering if she'll show on SmackDown to cut a promo or if she's just gone.
Yeah, you know, that is a weird one. I think she should stick around for a minute longer because she said she's not getting married till summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean...
She could definitely just do some weird things here
May
and there.
doesn't seem very summery to me, so she could stick around for at least another week.
She could have somebody fight for her for a while. Right?
Right.
Like her arm's broken, so have somebody else fight it. Do stuff.
Oh, Theory. His name's just Theory now. Here comes Theory. Just Theory.
Just Theory?
Just Theory.
Just Theory?
Not just, but just Theory.
But just Theory?
Theory.
But Theory? That sounds about right.
He's not in the backdoor pay-per-view AEW's having in a couple weeks.
Robbie wants to know if Judy is a big fan. And Robbie says Charlotte mugged herself in that match.
Well, with her broken arm, you know. Ronda said she was going to do it.
It's a good thing they wrote it down for her like that, just in case.
He can do it all day.
All day.
Is he the greatest United States champion of all time? You know who he reminds me of when he talks is Roman. I
Maybe he
barely
took
scratched
pointers.
the surface. I wonder if they have the same acting coach.
So basically, he's like Chandler from Friends. Where you make a statement.
Oh.
Or Christopher Walken. He
Right.
talks like that too. Judy says, Ravi, as Trump would say,
Stab
I'm
you in
a
the
huge
eye
Sonya fan.
With a soldering iron.
Make sure you make the pauses. Ravi says, I bet you are, Judy, for all the right reasons.
So is that happening now? Or is that just going to be tonight at some point? Backlash. Oh, this was a great match.
Oh, we're going to have some more, whatchamacallit?
They're definitely going to do recaps.
Recap AJ Styles Edge match.
A lot of the times in these, they like won't show the pin, though, at the end. They'll show it all, but the pin, because they want you to watch it still. Finn Balor came down. Right here, Edge should have been disqualified because now Damian's at ringside.
Hi.
But here, right there. We all wondered who that was that ripped him down. You could tell right there it was a Dame. And then AJ, he can't get to the ropes. He actually kicks the referee right there. They don't show that part.
He goes to sleep.
And then he goes out like Justin Gaethje on Saturday. Or El Kukui.
El Kukui, the boogeyman.
El Kukui, he got kicked right in the face. Rhea looked good with that black hair too.
It ties in with the black lipstick and stuff. This goes well with the more goth look.
She sure does look like that jack-o'-lantern or whatever it's called on that show.
It's how she does her contouring that makes her nose look really long.
Jigsaw or whatever. Here they come.
Judgment Day.
Let's send her to the stratosphere.
Ayla says, hey Judy, do you ever visit your home of New Jersey?
She came out first, then Damian.
Oh, excuse me. And Robbie says, will the bloodline...
Jersey.
Robbie says, will the bloodline be title holders? What do you mean?
The bloodline is title holder. They got 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. How many titles do you want them to have? They're like, Twitter doesn't work for you.
Judy's like, looky here, Muff Cabbage. Muff Cabbage. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin. Says, if it's Monday night and a lady in a red shirt is a snacking, then it must be Dalitha. It's me. Hi. Robbie says, is that why her nose looks long? Yeah, it's probably the contouring she does with her nose. Because, she does her profile, and her profile doesn't look like that. But when you see her straight on, it's something that she does with her makeup, or her makeup person does, or whatever. So it's a little bit different.
I do not have Twitter. Is Twitter completely down?
It might be. Maybe Elon took it down and said, the servers are dead.
Either that or Google doesn't want to put it through. I've heard that could happen.
Matthew says, bless you, Misty. Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate it. It was like, contour should be applied correctly for each person's own face shape. Yes.
Well, she looks like the mask on Saw, but more feminine, because that one's a little bit different shaped. But that's what her face reminds me of every time I see it.
Luke says, Twitter is working for me.
On the internet, my
Your app
apps,
on your
my app
phone?
is definitely working. But I didn't want to sit there and be on it the whole time on my phone. I figured I could just have it on the computer.
Right. But if you're going to it on your... if you're going to it on your computer, is it available? Looks like that. And Areem Townsend is in the chat. Hey, Areem says, hello. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're watching some Raw with some...
thank you for joining us.
Recaps of what happened on the pay-per-view last night. If you didn't watch it, you should be watching Raw and you'll know what happened. Luna's in the chat. Hey, Luna. Says it's always Mondays in May. Always Mondays in May. And Gothlesia Beats is laughing. And Luke says, yes, it's working on my PC. I have it pulled up on my PC while I'm watching you on a different monitor.
Are you on Google?
Are you using Google Chrome? Or are you using a different browser? Rory says, get the MF likes up and subscribe.
MF.
Hiram says, I subscribed. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. We appreciate that so much.
Now introduce yourself, everybody in there, and just jump in.
Everybody be nice. Be nice, everybody, to new people. Say hello. Be good boys and girls.
Everybody in our chat's kind of mean.
Everybody make sure that the new kid in the class is welcomed to the class. Even if they are a little weird. It's okay. It's okay.
Look, I'm going to beat him up at recess.
It was like creepy Luke. Vindicator says, so Travis, Cody did leave his cushy management position at the house. Yeah, that's funny. At the house that Khan built to win a United States title. So what's the deal with this booking? And they using him to put over Theory?
No. Seth is going to come down and interfere in that match.
Yeah.
That's my guess. I can't even go out on a limb and say who's going to win this, because I have a feeling that Seth's just going to screw it up. And so I don't see Theory going over by any means.
Seth is going to be upset at Cody because he lost to him for cheating.
Because we're going to see that come to a head at the whole Hell in a Cell.
And he got a chance to go after the United States Championship. And Seth's going to be like, what the hell? My chance.
The real question is what is Seth going to be wearing tonight?
Robbie's like, hello. And Matthew gives us an eggplant. Luke says, I am legit like a news desk when modding for you. I'm using Chrome. I have you on one monitor, Raw on another, Twitter on a third, and all my searches on the fourth. Well, we have to, right? Because we have people that come in and say weird stuff. We have to fact check shit.
Right. Well, I had mine open so I could do some of the same, but it wasn't letting me go to Twitter. Maybe I'm in another country. Maybe they don't use Twitter in that country. And since I can't get into my VPN, I can't change it. So. It is what it is.
Vinegar says, my theory is there will be a rematch where Cody wins that belt. McMahon rewards his poster boy for losing with a match against Roman for his belt. Watch and see.
Oh, wow. You think Theory is going to go after the world title?
That's mean.
I don't see that. But, that, I mean, cool.
So he says, it seems like with the Money in the Bank commercial that they are changing the stipulation for the Money in the Bank winners.
No. That's not what that means. I heard it last night when they were doing it, too. And I brought it up, but we were in the middle of a show, so it was kind of hard to talk about it. I'll talk about that in just a second. After Edge is done talking. Edge is bigger than the Hall of Fame. Because the Hall of Fame is a website.
By the way,
it'd be different if it was
Edge finally cut his hair.
Did he? Or does he just have it combed back?
Oh, no. He cut it. It finally looks like normal hair. It doesn't look like a fucking old man crackhead douche.
Well, I know it's pulled back, but I can't tell
what
the back
cut.
looks like.
He'll turn. Keep watching.
Oh, he'll turn. I thought you said like heel turn.
No,
like he's already a heel.
He will turn. Like he'll show his back at some point. He's got to talk to the crowd. See?
Yep. Oh, perfect.
See?
Edge looks good, and especially now in that suit. Doesn't look like an old meth cook.
I mean, he still looks all bony up here. You know, his face looks all weird and stuff, but like he still is taking too many painkillers. But at least his hair looks way better than it did. Let's see. Robbie says, "Oh, Matthew, is that what you had for dinner?" Well, Sophie's like, "But Cody beat Seth at 2 pay-per-views back to back. Why continue the feud after that point?"
Because Cody won dirty last night.
Ayla's talking about
somebody
egg
threw
cactus,
a hat.
and Ayla's like, "All fact check."
Somebody threw a hat in the ring. It's right behind Rhea. See it?
Is she gonna stomp on it?
She don't even know it's there.
Sophie
Could be a
says,
rattlesnake. She wouldn't know.
Ayla's like, "All fact checked, all right?" Sophie's like, "I have been going to different watch-alongs all night so far. Cool." It looks like because they want to, Sophie. And Ayla says, "Not a fact, Sophie." Rob is like, "Check out Edge trying to roll back the years." LOL.
He took like 22 years off his life right there.
Matthew's about Hooters.
It's amazing how much younger he looks to me. With his haircut like that.
Mm-hmm. Ayla says, "Fact, Luke, check." Sophie says, "This is a ripoff of the House of Black from AEW. Or is the House of Black a ripoff from the Wyatt family?
Or the Brood.
Or the Brood from way before then? Who's really
Or
ripping
is there
off
only
who?
a few storylines in all of wrestling history and everybody just copies off those? I feel like that's more accurate.
Matthew's like, "Sophie, I pooped
All
today."
rise. Hey, they're
Fact.
standing up. I should probably stand up. I feel like I should rise.
Do it.
I'm going to rise. Everybody, I rise.
I can't
This
have
is
a
for
cat
Rhea
on
Ripley.
my lap.
Rhea Ripley. She's on the prefaces. It was the easiest decision of her life. So you choose them, they didn't choose you?
Uh-oh.
She's going full heel turd.
She's going, "I hate all your
You
dumb
don't have to
things."
throw that into your promo.
Ooh.
That's exactly what happens. Remember I said that about Cody's belt.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They get these autographs and then they go sell them. They don't really want them. They need to quit signing autographs.
Right? Luke says, "To Sophie, House of Black is a ripoff of the Ministry of Darkness, and the Circle of Life continues." Sophie. It was like, "Just Judy, fact check, not just." And, Judy, fact check. Oh. Robbie says, "Edge hairstyle looks bad. Should have had more of fade like Rhea."
They're keeping the Liv thing going.
Oh, good. She's going to give him reasons to cry.
She's going to destroy Liv tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Says, "Edge still looks like a 62-year-old ready for a wheelchair by 2027. He does, but his hair isn't as gross. Like, his hair was pretty gross, guys. Like, I'm glad he finally got it. It looks better. I didn't say it looks great. It just looks better. Heidi is in the chat, though. Hey, Heidi says, "Did Edge just called our phones keyboard devices?"
I think so.
Liming
Hey.
says, "Hey guys, how's everyone's days?"
Doing fantastic. Hey,
man.
thank
How's
you for
yours?
joining us.
Cheerful Grizzlies in the chat said, "What is
Hey,
that
Cheerful.
behind Rhea? A hat?"
Yeah, somebody threw a hat in the audience. Or from the audience, threw it into the ring. My bad.
Yeah, it's totally a hat. Ayla says, "I can't have no legs." And Matthew says, "Rhea Ripley is reality." Liam says, "Can I just say that little people count from under from under the ring could beat Judgment Day easy."
Oh
yeah.
People.
Layla Hirsch.
Wasted domination. Oh, Layla.
Robbie says,
Wee man.
"I'm not standing up for Rhea. I'm quite comfortable laying down." Matthew says, "Edge got his name because he's a cokehead and is always edgy."
He's on the edge.
Minicator says, "I'm watching Raw with cringe Ripley on there now, Liam, so my day is not that great." Oh, you don't like her this way?
What?
I think it fits her way better.
I think this is great moving forward. Here she comes. Liv interrupted him. Always wanting attention. Now she's back in her colorful breeches. She's going to get in the ring. I guess they're having the match now.
I guess they decided Judgment Day didn't need to talk anymore.
They're like cut off Edge.
Judy says, "LOL, Judy is my drag name." That's what we like to hear.
Are you a race car driver?
Yes. Ayla says, that guy is so edgy. You go, Judy. Noah Frank is in the chat. Hey, Noah says,
Hey,
what's
Noah.
up, guys? Rock on, man. Do you guys think there will be more additions to Judgment Day? If so, who do you think will join?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm going to say no because WWE likes those three-man groups. So I'm going to say no.
Matthew is going for the unicorn rainbows.
But we have seen it, right, when Braun joined the Wyatt family. Like, so we have seen a fourth member. But I feel like if a fourth member comes in, it's not going to be like a permanent thing or last very long. But if it was, maybe Djokovic or Mace or somebody along those lines.
Another big dude. Not a girl. I think one girl's fine. Medicare says, Ayla, I want some tickets to your next live stand-up comedy show. She can't stand up. She has no legs. It was like you and Robbie Rainbow. Cute. Matthew's like, Noah the Fiend will be raised from the dead. Robbie says, Liv gonna get pumped. Blythe Evans is in the chat saying, I'm officially back, everyone. It's good to know.
He's back.
No, she. That's
she's
Blythe Evans.
Oh.
I like Lacey Evans. It was like, Vin, I'd get you tickets, but according to Ravi, I'm dull and boring. Brandon Hewlett is in the chat, though. Hey, Brandon. This is AJ Balor Morgan versus the Judgment Day.
That could happen.
It might happen, but right now it's just Rhea and Liv.
I feel like that's probably what's going to end up happening at Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Matthew
then they can move
says,
forward with their
or
group.
Judy. Says race car and a flag, checkered flag. Alright, says, hello, thanks, Ayla. LOL, Minicator says, but Robbie has a unique acquired taste in humor. Luke says, well, the rumors were Rhea and Tommaso would both be joining Judgment Day, and Rhea joined, so maybe it's true about Tommaso.
That could be interesting.
He has been beating the poop out of
He would be like the butch of the group.
Oh, God.
in old Sheamus's group there with Ridge. Old butch. I love it. I can't help it. I like his character. I do. I don't know what it is.
It is like Ruby Red Slippers is less than Judy. Robbie says, cheers, Vin. LOL. And Vindicator says, not a fan of them burning my...
Burying, maybe?
Sure. My baby girl, Liv, just put over naughty henchman whore Rhea. This feud should have been done weeks ago. Oh,
Yes.
man. Harsh words for Rhea.
Whore.
Matthew's like, Al eggplant. You're now Al. If I'm Judy, you're Al. And Ayla's like, who's Al? That used to be my nickname in high school after I shortened my name to Alla. Alla?
Look at that guy.
Ale? What about him?
Yeah, she had a short name there for a minute. On the Facebook. Well, they don't use you, but I would like to see you. Is it? Not listening to authority makes you strong. It makes you a prisoner. Anyways, Cody's doing it again with the promo. It just means if you win Money in the Bank, you have a chance to cash in and be champion and then headline WrestleMania. It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a shot. And you're going to hear it right here. He's going to say it again. If you guys have the same commercial that we do, which probably do because it is a WWE commercial. You'll hear it. He said it last night, and I was like, did I hear that right? The Raiders and Garth Brooks. The Stones. And now Money in the Bank. It's going to be sick. I'm looking forward to that. We're about 2 months away from that. You excited for that one?
For this?
Yeah. Money in the Bank, July 2nd.
Totally ready. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Money in the Bank. Everybody wants to get lucky. That's why they go to Vegas.
That's why they get whores, so they can get lucky.
Right. Why do men pay for whores? You don't pay for sex. You pay for them to leave. Right?
Yeah.
That Rhea manhandling her. Whoa, big spear! Yeah, omnipotence. Wow. Rhea's just tossing her around like a little rag doll. Oh, Liv got some offense in there, though. Oh, then she's getting drilled. Rhea going after her. And Vince were that whore. She's just driving that shoulder in.
She's a henchman whore. The naughty henchman whore. That's terrifying. Matthew's like, boom.
Whoa.
And Matthew says, I read your hair back, Al. Sophie says, what did Travis say about the Money in the Bank commercial? I missed it again.
Oh, come on. I just said that it means that you have a chance to cash in before WrestleMania, be the world champion, and headline WrestleMania. That's what Money in the Bank is. That's what he had said.
You
But
get a chance
he
to
didn't-
possibly headline WrestleMania.
Liv, the Frankensteiner. Then a missile drop kick.
It's pronounced the same A-L-A because
Whoa.
people couldn't read Ayla, but they could pronounce A-L-A.
1, 2, Liv kicks out.
I like it A-L-A, but it's Ayla. Image Roddy says Ayla being funny tonight. Oh, that's a first. And Sophie says, when is Hell in a Cell again?
Hell in a Cell is the 5th of June. Oh, big right hand. Whoa! Liv just reached up and smacked her right in the face. Oh,
I was like, was that funny,
that
Robbie?
kick
Okay.
just literally kicked right through her. Her whole back vibrated.
Oh, jeez. Matthew says, Money in the Bank. Who should win? Definitely not Lacey Evans.
Oh, we're talking about the women?
Irene says, I hope you all had a better day than me. Well, I'm sorry you had a bad day, honey.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to say it is going to be Lacey Evans. I feel like Lacey's going to go after that title that Ronda has.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or we could get a surprise and have it be somebody returning like Bailey or something.
Right.
We could get a Bliss or a Bailey sighting tonight. There is a return tonight, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Bliss. Since we haven't heard anything about Bailey.
Nope.
Her mustache. Her lipstick is smeared all over her face.
Well, that's all right.
But on the lower half.
Robbie says, Vin, yeah, girl Liv about to be put in a spliff tonight, LOL. And Sophie says, we'll win a
And
chance
smoked.
to. And Matthew says, Ale. Ayla says, my day was so bitter, I thought I ate a lemon. Robbie's like, Ayla, you blow my mind. It feels like good, Robbie. Matthew says, you're for the birds, Al. And Aram
Look at
says, I broke
this.
up with my boyfriend. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
Wait, you broke up with him or he broke up with you? Or you guys
I
just split?
broke up with my boyfriend.
And you're upset about it? Maybe you shouldn't have done it. Does he hit you? I feel like that's important information. 1, 2, Liv almost won that.
Ayla
Oh,
says,
big
I
clothesline.
love Kung Fu.
Nothing wrong with Kung Fu. Good movie.
So it says they made the whole Liv and Rhea breakup make storyline sense with Edge being involved and giving her the idea.
Oh,
Oh, June 5th, 4 days before my dad's death anniversary, which would happen 13 years this year.
oh wow.
It
Sorry
says-
about that.
I know how Ayla is actually pronounced Ayla, but the people I associated with back then weren't exactly smart. Everyone still pronounces my name with a long L sound. How is that possible?
Whoa.
Ala?
Ollie. Liv going a little crazy right
Allie?
there.
LA?
Kicks her in the gut. Jump kicks her in the boob. Then across the face. She's got the educated feet. Liv ducks down behind. Oh, hits her with that DDT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Matthew's like,
Rhea
Sophie, you need a
around.
flower.
Oh, double knee to the face. That might do it. 1, 2. Rhea kicks out.
So it says if Cody loses tonight, then people will get mad since his return to the WWE has been perfect.
Yeah, he's not losing. I mean, he's going to lose, but not really lose. It'll probably be a disqualification, and he'll win. Is my guess on that one. When Seth comes down.
Rem's
Whoa!
like, he left me for my sister, so F him.
Sounds like a soap opera. These are the days of our lives.
It looks like, Aaron, you broke up with
Oh!
Trevor, the best tag team
She's
in the
gonna
world,
tap.
split up.
Liv's going to tap. Liv's going to have to tap. She's tapping. Liv Morgan taps out. At 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Matthew says, I'm not a Liv Morgan fan. Me neither, Matthew. But some people like her a lot. Vindicator and Luke are two of those people.
They've got to be mad right now because that was decimation. That basically says that there's no tag team matches coming. In a word. I mean, they could attack her here or something, and then those guys could come down and still set it up. But she's not on the level with Rhea in their booking.
No. Not even never.
Yeah, see?
Robbie's
now
like,
we
Liv
can see
needs to
Finn
improve
Balor.
her move sets. Sophie says, what would happen
And
to
AJ.
this channel if you guys do break up one day? You're funny, Sophie.
I don't think like that, I guess. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm sure that Dalitha would just carry on. Anyways, look at them all laughing.
I would just carry on with wrestling, yeah.
She'd just get on here.
I'd take it all over. You're my children. You're all mine. I take custody.
She'd talk about food. Nobody would know what actually happened during wrestling. She'd be like, yeah, there's some people on the screen. Here they come. See, so they are going to keep it going, maybe. But here comes Prince. But not Prince Pretty. It is Finn Balor. And maybe he could come out as the demon.
It looks like I, not L. Oh. I'm like, what? It looks like an L. It was like Isla. That's weird. Ayla says, I'll get the channel, Sophie, if it's in their will. Matthew says, Sophie, there wouldn't be a breakup. Judy is a missing person report.
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Luke says, it's so weird. Liv's moveset at house shows is a lot bigger and different than her moves on TV from YouTube videos. Her it shows moves. Herders. What is that?
Congratulations. We are all now dumber.
Thank you, Luke. God damn it. You're fucking... Jesus Christ, you guys.
It's like Billy Madison.
Don't you guys, like, check your shit before you send it? Like, I reread my fucking text before I send my chats. So I'm like, oh, does it sound dumb? Let me reread that real quick. Oh, my God, I spelled that word wrong. That's not even right. Her show. Oh, thank you. From YouTube videos, her show moves are also crisp and clean and done right. So I wonder why. I don't know. I wonder why as well at this point.
Maybe she can't perform in front of audiences.
Maybe that's her problem. Maybe she does well in small, condensed type of audiences, but when it comes to having thousands upon thousands of people boo you and not like you or like you and you don't know what to do, you fuck up a lot. And then it's like, oh, fuck me.
I didn't feel like she messed up. I just felt like that was probably one of her better matches that I saw. She did a Frankensteiner. She did a flying DDT.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see anything. The thing I don't like that she does is when the girl goes for the clothesline and she does the back bend.
Oh,
and then tries to come back up. It doesn't work, and it looks like she scrapped that because I didn't see it. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I just didn't see it. I might have looked down or around or something. But that's the move I don't like that she does because it slows the whole match down. Because the other girl has to, like, miss on purpose but then keep running so she can move and then get her.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Matthew meant just, not Judy. It would be a breakup just a missing persons report, not a Judy missing persons report. I like Judy missing better, but that's all right. It looks like they have her do different moves on TV. And Sophie says, I have a feeling the Cody versus Theory match will be the main event since it is for the United States Championship.
Not a chance.
Robbie
they don't care about that title, although they do care about Cody, so we'll see.
Robbie says, Liv got put in a blunt Liv done out here. Liv broken legs. Morgan. Sophie says, Theory is holding the only main championship that Raw has since they don't have a world championship at the moment. Vindicator says, yeah, okay, so let Rhea get her token match with Esther and lose, then get to the back of the line. Hopefully Liv will get a build-up run to challenge Esther afterwards.
Right.
You go for it, Vindicator.
I just don't see that happening. But to say that Bianca's title isn't important is kind of mean. But I'm on the level with you. Because he did just say that Theories is the only title on the roster.
Right, it is.
Randy Orton's don't count either. Randy and RK Bro. I know what he's talking about though.
Yeah. Matthew says, you go from Miss D to mommy. I would go from being Miss D to all your moms. Bow down to me. Rabbit says AJ Styles ready to cook mans. It is like herders. Herders.
So are we going to get a tag team match when they come back out?
Maybe.
And is it going to be a 6-man?
Oh. With a girl?
Yeah.
So it says, we don't even know how Raw is going to get their own world championship again.
No, it's just Prince
Damian
Pretty.
and Prince. It looks like herders. It's like, no, mommy, we don't spell check. Sophie says, Rampage ratings this week is laughable. It got 250K. Matthews got a cow. And Dolly says, Ayla is the mother. Matthew says, we book for mother. Sophie says, are they going to do a 6-person tag match for Hell in a Cell with Edge, Rhea and Priest versus Finn, AJ, and Liv?
I don't know if they'll keep this feud going that long, but since they're not building it anything else for Rhea, then yes. But we'll see next week, the week after. We still have a few weeks until the 5th. I think, 3 weeks left?
Yeah, about that. Robbie says, Vindicator Liv is a jobber. She ain't winning. She's just going to be fed to the lions. LOL. It says, sources in her dinner herders, and the new mother of this chat is right on track. The whole mother thing only comes about if Travis and I break up, guys. So don't get too excited about it.
You on Farmers Only?
No, are you?
I don't even know what it is. All my
Isn't
apps,
it like that Match.com thing or whatever?
Plenty of Fish. POF.
Maybe that one. I don't know.
That's what I'll use.
I've never been on it, so I couldn't tell you what it's
some
like.
good sluts on there. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I was going to look at a calendar. Oh, actually, I have a better idea. I have a countdown calendar set up. So we're 19 days away from Double or Nothing.
Arrow.
We are 20 days away from Memorial Day. 22 days away from June 1st. And Hell in a Cell right there. 26 days, 21 hours, and 58 minutes. Boom.
Sophie says they're holding off on the bigger matches until the stadium shows.
That is a fact. I did hear that in their conference call.
It says mother and father, but we'll choose mother in the end. Robbie's like, D, mother, congratulations.
Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb?
I have fur children.
Mother, do you think they'll like the song?
Not really. But Sophie says Charlotte Flair will be off TV a while. They didn't say for how long or when it will start.
She is getting married.
It's like Farmers Only is basic. The hot sauce dating site seems like you'd actually find real love.
What's the other one? Is that eHarmony still around where you fill out like an 18-page report about yourself? And then they find somebody that's exactly made for you.
Don't you have to pay to like be on it?
Well, you have to pay for love, yes. You should always pay for love.
I'm pretty sure that Match.com and that eHarmony are both like, you have to pay to be on them or something. I'm pretty sure.
It gets rid of all the riffraff. Because if you go to those places like POF or whatever, Plenty of Fish, you find some...
You find some very nice people, huh?
Downright beauties. Whoa! Russian leg sweep.
Yeah. What's the one where you swipe left? I don't get it.
A Tinder?
Is that one?
I think so. To the left, to the left, to the left.
Edge doesn't look happy with his guy out there doing stuff.
Well, he's up against a very good wrestler. These two have had multiple good matches, though. This match has been recycled over and over.
So he says these two know a thing or two about farmers only.
Yeah.
It was like there's also a clown dating site. That was where Brandon probably goes to find love.
Little
clown sites.
Nothing wrong with
Clown
that. You might find
dating
yourself your own little John Wayne Gacy on there.
Harvey says Edge gonna cheat and get involved.
Now
So he says it'll be interesting to see how long they could hold all these bigger feuds with the stadium shows.
So I knew nothing about clowns at all, by the way. Nothing, because I know nothing about clowns. But I did watch the John Wayne Gacy stuff, and he would make his mouth and his eyes and stuff come into points. And I guess kids don't like points because it's scary. And so real clowns round all their corners. And so if you ever see one that's pointy, it probably means they're John Wayne Gacy. Edge with a spear and gets disqualified, but then he gets jacked by AJ. We got a melee going on out there. Damian back in, grabbing AJ.
Well, it was like POF, aka plenty of fishers.
Rhea Ripley, look at that. AJ almost hit her. Now he's pointing at her.
Sophie says there are dating sites for everyone.
Oh, right into his neck.
Robbie's like, oh, ha, 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 Ayla, that's harsh. Ayla's like, are you on the clown one, Sophie? Sophie's like, we know we are getting AJ versus Edge 3 out of future pay-per-view.
Well, AJ's got to win eventually. I would think if they were going to keep it as a singles thing. But now that it's not. Oh, did you see that?
No, I wasn't looking
That was a spear leg sweep.
Oh.
But I felt like Edge hit
How
his
would you
head.
do that?
I feel like Edge hit his head on the ground. And he can't afford to do that with that neck. He did get up. But Rhea got a bruise in that match. Liv kicked her ass on her right arm right there. Wow. What an ending. Can anybody stop them?
Nope.
They're going to have to bring back to Retribution.
It's too late. Too late.
Retribution's the only group that would stand a chance.
Totally.
They'd need Reckoning back, and she signed with Impact. I don't know how they would go on. T-Bar, Mace. Who was the other guy? Jack Stick or whatever? Jack Black. Break your window. Slapjack.
That guy.
Got it. Look at Damian's top. Looks like he's from the medieval days.
Why didn't Liv come back out and help him?
Liv
By taking
is
out Rhea.
Broken. Fantastical. Judgment Day.
Funny. You're a funny kitty.
Judgment Day versus the Bloodline.
Judgment Day. I almost choked. Versus the Bloodline?
Well, Rhea's better than Jimmy.
Totally.
But can Edge beat Roman? No.
No.
That would be the no.
That would be the no.
But Rhea could definitely beat Jimmy. And obviously Damian could beat Jey.
It is like deflecting the question. Roy says, Ayla, you know Sophie don't chat or respond to anyone. LOL. It was like Ravi is on Grindr. And Sophie's like, no, I'm not on a clown site. It was like Robot. Matthew says Green Girl can stop them.
Gangrel. That dude's still around, too.
Who is he?
He's a vampire.
Oh.
I can't remember what company he's in or if he's still in a company, but I've seen him not too long ago. I think they brought him on AEW TV. Didn't they bring him on AEW? Here comes the Moss! After beating Bobby clean.
Sophie says this faction is the newer version of the Brood. It is like, you should check it out. And Riley says, cheers, Ayla, for your compliments.
Check out Grindr.
Matthew's like, Robot.
I'm good.
Vindicator says, too late for Mia Yim. Rumor has it she signed with Impact. And Sophie says, when will Edge's wife get involved with this group at some point?
Never. She's done.
Ayla says, Robbie clapping. And Matthew says, WWE is doing the right thing with Rhea. Ayla says, Judgment Day was my favorite Terminator movie.
Right. That's every time I think of it, I think of him.
Sophie says, there are many free agents still out on the market that I could see land in AEW Impact or back to the WWE in the future.
Yeah, William Rotunda. Wyndham Rotunda, not William.
Matthew says, Amos, boom. Robbie says, Amos walking slower than Roman. And Ayla says, no, I was telling Sophie to check out the clown site. So he's like, it seems like they don't know what to do with Amos.
Well, because there's nothing to do with Amos. He's
just
wrestling
too
against
big.
Bobby Lashley.
Like, he's so big that there's not really much you can do.
You have to use him as a sideshow freak. What he should be doing is fighting people that we've never heard of. That's what they used to do with Andre. And so Andre would wrestle like 2 or 3 guys at the same time. Mm-hmm. Just do the same thing. Just do 80s shit with him. And then every once in a while have him wrestle one of your top guys. Like, I'm pretty sure Andre, besides later in his career, never was champion. I don't remember him ever having the title or wrestling the champions. Did he ever wrestle Bob Backlund?
I don't know.
I don't think he did.
I have no idea. I couldn't
I
tell you
think they
anything
kept
about
the
his career.
Giant away from the titles back in those days because they used Andre for different things. He was a draw all on his own. And this guy could be also, but they would have to turn him into a babyface, and they'd have to have him go to grade schools in every city that they go to. Mm-hmm. Like to all of them throughout the day that they're there that night. Like, so it's a Monday Night Raw. All day he goes to grade schools.
Right.
And then they give those kids tickets.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes to the show, and they have the whole section, and those kids would all cheer for him because he's giant, and they love giants and stuff. That's how you would get him over as a babyface and as a giant, like literally like Andre. Put him on talk shows and just have him pick up like pop cans, and he touches his finger around a pop can like that. Mm-hmm. I would assume he can. Andre could.
Yeah.
Like your coffee mug just disappears when it's in his hand.
Right. Matthew says Amos did beat Bobby clean. MVP didn't do nothing. Bobby shouldn't have been there. Clean win for Amos.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah, the cane to the throat does not even count.
A Vindicator says Amos is 200 pounds heavier. Robbie.
He did manhandle it.
Matthew says Amos in NXT. LOL. And Ayla says Vin. Robbie thinks pounds is money. You have to speak UK at him. Sophie says, Cesaro, I could see you be back with the WWE. I don't know. He tweeted out a tweet that said soon. But we don't know what it means.
He's like 70 stone.
70 stone.
I don't know what a stone is. I think a stone's like 12 pounds or something.
Such a weird comment. What a weird way to do stuff. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Oh, I'm sure it makes
time.
sense because everything over there makes way more sense than it does over here. You know,
I was like, Vin, no shit, buddy. I'll hope it's still walking slow. Matthew's like, killer clowns from outer space. And Sophie says Amos is a black version of Braun. It was like, I loved that as a kid, Matthew, along with Maximum Overdrive. Matthew's like, pounds to me is copious amounts of contraband. It was like, Maximum Overdrive is better, though. Matthew's like,
you
Max
think?
Overdrive?
It's a Stephen King movie, and it's good. It's got Emilio in it. Emilio!
Robbie says, Ayla, you're funny. You should try stand-up, but you might get a few tomatoes thrown at you. Sophie says they are setting up for something big with Bobby the way they have been pushing him. And Matthew's like, tomato. And he was like, no, Maximum Overdrive. The cars that come alive.
200 pounds is 14 stone. Ish. Oh my God.
What? Oh my God, what?
Ezekiel sat down and had an interview about him and his brother, Elias, going and meeting Shawn Michaels when Michaels was still active.
Oh,
and
God.
he had pictures. It was just Elias in the picture, but still.
It's funny.
But Ezekiel did go with him. So there's just more proof that they are different people.
Oh, good deal.
Who is that? Never heard of it. Oh, Ken Owens is coming.
Oh my God. Never heard of him. He's
We're
a
going to
legend.
see Ken Owens later, guys.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, great. Oh, God.
Ken Owens.
Is it
later
going
on
to just
tonight.
be Kevin? Is it going to be Kevin?
Oh, definitely going to be Kevin. No doubt in my mind.
I'm not Kevin. I'm Ken. I'm Ken Owens. I'm Kevin's older brother. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, pants. Vindicator says, so at the advice of the wisest Amish on the planet, because he weighs over 70 kilograms, you should buy a Moss a golf cart to ride fast to the ring, Robbie. So he says Johnny Wrestling is one of the rumored names for that Joker spot in the Owen Cup along with Cesaro.
Oh, wow. All right, Cesaro did tweet soon yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. Maybe
Robbie
his food's
says-
almost done or what.
Right? Robbie says KOLO losing his mind with Chad. And Matthew says, Flying V, has any hockey team actually done that play?
No.
It was like, do you pronounce tomato the right way?
You can't do the flying V
What's
because
the
you would
right
have no
way?
defense.
Tomato?
And they would just take the puck away from you.
Uh-huh. Vindicator says 16 stones then, LOL. It was like, is it stones or kilogram?
It's both. It just depends on which one you want to use. But stone is the English one.
So
But
if he says,
Ravi knows more than I do, obviously. I'm not
I would hope he knows more. He lives there.
I hear it in boxing all the time, though.
Sophie says his Kevin Owens storyline is still going on. I forgot about it. Matthew says, hello, I love KO being gaslit, LOL. Vindicator says, doesn't matter, it's all UK, LOL. And it was like, I think Robbie's people use kilogram. Well, I was like, LOL, all that security. Sophie says Amos has changed the channel. Luna says, who Owens? Ken Owens? Yeah, Ken. It's Ken.
Ken Owens is coming out later on tonight.
Ella says, we're accommodating you in your UK-ness.
I want to watch this guy just lift weights.
Yeah.
Like, just that bar would look like a toothpick in his hand. That's 4 rolls of tape on his hand right there. Cedric Alexander.
Matthew says, soon Cesaro and AEW might be cool. Robbie says, LOL, lend me the money, Vin, then I will. Vindicator says, Omaha fake gold chain probably weighs more than Drew Gulak.
I thought about doing a funny little skit about that. With Amos having his chain,
Right.
doing a video, and then spray painting one of those huge chains in the back,
Oh, God.
gold,
Oh, God.
and then trying to, like, put it on. So,
Because he's a giant.
because he's so big.
Like, he's like handing you, like, his gold chain.
And it's like, bleh.
Robbie says, oh, Ayla, it's both Ayla. Matthew says, I watched this hockey clip emerge. The dude gets off the penalty box and immediately throwing his dick and gloves and fighting a dude. Why is he throwing his dick?
It's obviously stick and gloves and fighting.
No, it's not. It's dick. It says dick. It's totally dick.
Uh-oh! Here comes Bobby Lashley. It's Bobby. Wow. Oh, God. Why would the security guard step to Bobby? Oh, my God.
Ouch. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
That guy does not need to go to the chiropractor for an adjustment later.
I feel bad for these security guards. They're tiny men. People forget how big Bobby is. He's like 6'3", 270 pounds. Oh. But then he gets in here and it's like...
It was like
Oh,
Robbie wouldn't
he's
tell
tiny.
us. He'd just tell us to figure it out. It was like, Robbie, we use pounds. It's a weight, not currency. Matthew says, T-Rex, ever see the Scott Steiner workout video?
I have not, no.
Where Robbie says, yeah, you say you're smart, Ayla, so you should be able to work things out. Matthew says, oh my fucking God, that was brutal typos. I don't know. It sounded pretty good from a hockey player. I mean, basically, they'd come out of the penalty box and immediately throw their dicks and gloves around.
It makes sense if you've seen The Love Guru.
Just throw their dicks out there.
Well, because it's about hockey and the guy has a huge dick.
Just throw
It's
their
Justin
dicks around.
Timberlake.
Oh.
He supposedly has a ginormous dick. He just throws his dick around.
Oh, he got away. Bobby's not happy. MVP's like, it's fine. We'll get him another day. We'll get him another day.
Hell in a cell, these two.
Bobby's like, Bobby cleaning house. And he's like, when did I say I was smart? Laughing. And Vinny here's like, hello, calm down, Travis. I've seen Lashley before.
Here it is,
Nothing
guys.
special.
It's rumored that she's wrestling Bliss. So they'd be setting it up right now.
So he's a WWE official, but
Who
she's
am I
not.
facing tonight? It's nothing personal, it's just business. That's what a famous whore once said.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you remember what that famous whore's name was? Pretty Woman!
Oh.
I don't remember her name on the show, so. Veronica or Samantha or something, I don't remember.
Matthew's like, I actually enjoy a Moss and Bobby feud. Robbie's message retracted, and Anthony Manzano's in the chat. Hey, Anthony says, Gab, let's be realistic. If it's true what Tony is saying, that WWE is using bots to, do you really think Vince is stupid enough to leave a paper trail to prove he was doing? He's been in the business way too long to do something that irresponsible, and leaving a paper trail for another computer to prove he was doing something unethical talking about Vince.
No.
Yeah, there's...
If he did that, which is just weird, it doesn't even make sense, to be honest, because he wouldn't even know it existed. He paid somebody in cash, and then that person paid somebody. So it's so far from touchable that, it never happened.
Illa's like, I'm just being funny, I know. I'm not that ignorant. Robbie says, Travis shouting so the entire neighborhood can hear. Oh, all right, Illa, kiddo, calm down, calm down. Matthew's like, hello, Anthony. That's just a conspiracy theory. More than half of the users on Twitter are bots. Exactly. Illa's laughing. Good thing I am calm. Vindicator says, another boring filler segment that I've seen play out every other week for 2 months now. Could have been time better spent with a fresh match to build up new talent.
They don't like to do new things.
Robbie's like, Vindicator, your woman is coming out. And Matthew says, champ, funny, haha. Ginny, queer. Queer means different.
It does.
Phobes.
Queer does mean different.
Ayla says, funny, haha. And Vindicator says, not a Sonya fan at all, Robbie. Robbie's like, LOL, I know, Ben, LOL. Matthew's like, Sonya Deville, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, woo. Ever see Sling Blade? Yes.
The pay-per-view?
No. Sling Blade.
I have no idea if I've seen it or not.
It's a movie with Billy Bob Thornton in it.
No, never seen it.
He's like a guy from prison. He's kind of slow, but he's like a good guy in a way. He befriends this kid and stuff. Just teaches him how to take apart lawnmowers and stuff. Robbie's like, Matthew about to have a heart attack seeing Sonya, LOL. It's okay, Matthew, calm down. Calm down. Calm down, sir. Calm down. That's creepy. Choose Wendy's piggy bank. It's a weird thing to choose.
Always choose a piggy bank.
Always choose the
Who is Sonya going to wrestle?
I don't know.
Liv?
Somebody, whatever Adam Pearce said. What did he say?
Somebody that's a quality opponent.
Oh, yeah, a quality opponent. That's what it was.
Hopefully they got rid of that whole doll act.
Yeah. Along with other things. The whole kid gimmick thing is
That's
weird.
what I said, yeah, they just get rid of the whole thing.
Matthew says, "LOL, Billy Bob Thornton, Mental Institute. He killed his mom's boyfriend as a kid. He befriends a little kid who is in a similar situation. Great movie, kind of slow."
Uh-oh, Adam Pearce came out.
Yeah. Ernest Bell is in the chat. Hey, Ernest Bell says, "Hey, hello." It was like, "I like Billy Bob and season 1 of Fargo."
Her investigation has concluded. She fired. Uh-oh. She fired? She's been fired! Sonya Deville's been sacked!
He said duty.
Sonya's been sacked!
He said duty.
Here's her opponent. Bliss! It's the Blister! With her old music. It's the goddess. But she's got a doll with her. So, old music, same doll. She's crying. She's having a nervous breakdown in the middle of the ring. Look how thin Bliss got.
But she's wearing her old outfits.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Her butt's smaller, but it's still there. All right. Sonya gonna lose with the Twisted Bliss or the DDT?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say the DDT.
All right. Medicare says, "So weird. Tommaso Ciampa has been on Raw for a month and he's healthy and he's not been in a meaningful match. This company specializes in booking malpractice."
Well, he is going to be, though. He is going to be wrestling.
They're building him up. Well, he's beating up somebody. Theory? No. Who was it he's been beating up? Oh, yeah. Mustafa Ali.
Hey,
Beating him up
Twisted
a lot.
Bliss already? No way.
Matthew says,
So
Billy
her
Bob
first
boinked
match,
Halle Berry in a
she
movie.
did. Her first match back, she wins it in less than a fucking minute. 29 seconds. And
For her Twisted Bliss, done. There you go.
So she's back, but is 29 seconds long enough for a match?
I don't know, but Robbie says Alexa. Ayla says Billy Bob was a hitman. Matthew says, "No, you base turd. That's bullshit." Robbie's like, "Come on, Sonya, don't make a mug of yourself," which is probably going to happen anyway. Vinny says, "Still this trash gimmick, trying to combine all of it into one. Not a fan of this crap either. Do it right or don't do it at all."
Yeah, it's not exactly what I was looking forward to. Sonya, she is going to come back as a crazy. Maybe she'll disappear for a few weeks.
Matthew says
Look at her. She's
Sonya will
having a
not
full
lose.
breakdown.
Watch your tone. She lost.
She lost in 30 seconds.
Sonya's. It looks like Sonya's going down. And Sophie says, "That was quick." And is she back as the goddess or the crazy Alexa? It's hard to tell.
She has her old music and she has the doll. So she's kind of goddessy.
She's got both, but she looks like she's kind of more goddess-like rather than crazy Bliss.
Corey couldn't go, "Oh my God, she's so beautiful." Because now he's hitched. All right, well, that just happened.
Says, "Lovely."
I would have liked to see a little bit longer match.
It looks like Sonya sucks butt. Sophie says, "Yay, Sonya finally got fired from whatever her role was." Robbie says, "What a crap match. They screwed Sonya and been put in a blunt and Vice is smoking it."
So they just told us that this match is happening at 10 o'clock Eastern. So about 30 minutes.
In half an hour, we'll get to see what's really happening.
Well, we got Ken Owens coming up later. If you guys don't know who Ken Owens is, it's Kevin Owens' older brother. His name's Ken. And he is going to be talking to Ezekiel later. He said he's going to get beat up, so there could be a match.
Right?
How's your things? Are they better today?
They're set up.
Carmelita.
Carmelita.
Are you supposed to eat that many at a time?
I just cut that many.
Like a row?
Basically, yeah.
Or was it a square?
It was like I took a half a row and a half a row because of what was left on that one end, and then just cut them in little squares. I'll probably just put them in.
Access wants one.
I'm sure he would love it.
He ate some last night.
He did.
There's no chocolate in it, is there?
Yep, there is.
He's fine. He didn't have a seizure.
He won't. It's
dark.
Well, it's semi-sweet. Technically, he can eat milk chocolate, but he can't have cocoa.
Oh, is that how that works?
Uh-huh.
Ezekiel, here it is!
It's the opposite of what you would think it would be.
Right.
Milk chocolate really doesn't have very much cocoa in it, and so that's fine if they accidentally get too much of it. Semi-sweet doesn't have as much cocoa in it, but if it was like dark chips and you eat a whole bunch, it'd be like,
this is Elias's little brother. And Ken Owens is going to be here. I want to see what Ken looks like.
His oldest brother?
Older?
His younger brother?
Elias is older, yes.
Oh. Ernest Bell's like, after Mother's Day. Vindicator says this was basically McMahon punishing Sonya at the expense of an inferior wrestler by comparison. It's typically 21st century WWE, back-to-back time-wasting segments, worst Raw in 2 weeks. Matthew says, that's BS. Sonya is going to dominate the business. Maybe she'll join Judgment New Day because New Day is going to turn heel. Yep. LOL, just a theory.
Judgment New Day.
Sophie says they didn't fully explain what Sonya's official role as executive meant. And Ayla says, if Sonya knew how to do stuff, she wouldn't lose. Don't hate the player, hate Sonya.
Lots of polarizing characters tonight on Raw.
Matthew says, there is no such thing as a Ken Owens. Kevin is just going crazy. He needs psychiatry. Sophie says, Sonya has been in that role for what, almost 2 years or something like that?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been since she came back from that, the stalker charges. So yeah, like last February.
Something like that, yeah. Robbie says, it doesn't matter now, Sophie. Sonya is a regular wrestler now.
Yeah, but she looks like she's going a little crazy. So maybe she'll come back as a psychopath herself.
Vindicator says, oh, Ayla, she knows what she's talking about just to fit in. Matthew's like a little champ practicing commentary. And Vindicator says, Ayla pretending I meant. Ayla's like, yeah, Vin, I know what's up. Matthew's like, LOL, Finn. And Ayla's like, I got you, Vin. Ernest Bell says Fandango is his brother, too. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Sophie says Cedric is next to be released. Yeah, you think? Matthew's like, LOL, Ernest. And Robbie
him and Drew Gulak can walk out together.
Robbie says, is this a good Raw for you guys?
I like it so far. I really am. And plus, there's been so many matches.
Film says, psych, I'm here. OMG, Bliss is back. Harry Armpit, Hippie Goddess, Alexa Bliss is back. And Ayla says, it's wonderful, Robbie. Film's like, let's go. Woo! Yeah, she was back and now she's gone forever. Matthew says, Robbie, it seems better than Backlash. Sophie says, the women division finally have a couple new talent. So it's ranks with both Bliss and Sonya. Film says, finally, just finally. Razzmatazz. Sophie says the show doesn't feel like it was written like an hour before it hit the air.
And it probably wasn't. Da, da, da.
Why would it be? Film says, hello, Missy and Travis. Big hugs, big heart. Hey, Film. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Woo.
Robbie says, Ayla, LOL, loving a wife watching Raw, LOL. Ayla's not watching it. You're funny. Hey, what you doing?
She watches wrestling about every blue moon when she comes over here.
Hey, why are you so cold?
Because it's cold in the house. I have the heat on 66.
Hey.
Looks very tired.
Just go get some water.
Maurice. Oh, God.
except 2 toddlers. We can take on anyone except 2 toddlers. Finneker says, LOL at Sophie. Those are not new talents. Nice try or sarcasm, though. At sarcasm, though. And Ayla says, yep, I'm watching all right. And Matthew says, seriously, though, Sonya going back on the roster is good business. She is talented. Although he did say ISD God business.
He's from Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Ken Owens.
He's like, Ken Owens.
And see, Ezekiel wouldn't know. He wouldn't know how to prepare for it. He's never seen him.
Oh,
before.
God. Oh, my God. The resemblance is uncanny.
He looks almost exactly like his little brother.
That's so weird. With a little bit of Just for Men, Ken could be Kevin. I was like, film, you miss Bliss. Sophie's like, I sometimes miss SmackDown when it was on Tuesday nights. Ernest Bell says, what's up with Bayley? She just still has that injury. She's, trying to get
it takes a while
from.
And it's been about a year.
Robbie says, oh, Deanna, she ain't watching. Film says, I thought I wasn't going to make it tonight, but now you never know if I'll be here or not, so always keep a standby from film. Nice. It looks like totally not. I'm watching chat. Jordan's watching some basketball show on HBO. Vindicator says,
For
I
the
don't
love
know.
of the
Don't
game.
care. Bailey brings nothing fresh to the table. So
Is it
like,
Hoop Dreams? Is he watching Hoop Dreams?
Is Bailey due to return from injury at some point? She'd have to at some point.
He sounds just like Kevin.
Matthew's like, hi, film. I was like, the C-Tech Ultimate Warrior, LOL. Film says, Robbie, I know. Chris Akani's in the chat. Hey, Chris says, Bliss is back, baby. Film says, Matthew, what's up, dude? How are you?
A show of hands. Almost everybody in the stadium. Ken. Oh, yes, you're confused. Oh my God. That hair aged him so much.
It was Kevin the whole time. I had no idea. It was him the whole time. Kitty. It was him the whole time, Leopold.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. He's not going to happen.
Owens
He's just
is
beating
attacking
him up.
Is there going to be a match? There is a referee out there.
Matthew
Oh,
says,
no, she got out of the
WWE
ring,
is
though.
doing good as of late. And Vindicator says, Kevin cosplay joke is backfiring on him. Matthew says, film hanging in there during the
Alpha
craziness
Academy.
of chat.
Alpha Academy showed up. Big boot to one of the Alpha Academy.
So he says, there has been someone from NXT that I've been ready for a call-up. Her name is Io Shirai. I was like, okay, Matthew. Robbie says, Bliss is back, but not for the good, LOL. And it says, film, food, you have a good day.
I feel like Io Shirai will just be cut.
Yeah.
She doesn't fit anywhere. She doesn't fit on the main roster. And so I feel like she'll probably just get
Not
cut.
this month, though. They'll have to wait until next month.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. They don't care about that.
It's appreciation month. You can't fire them during their months. It's not right. Gary Jones is in the chat though. Says hi everyone. That's the best we. Best we. Nice. Yes.
Woo.
Sophie says the WWE offices is close by. And Vindicator says Kevin probably spent 2 hours dyeing that beard gray all for nothing.
For nothing.
Boom says, food. What food are you having? And yes, I'm having a good day. Gary Jones says, best wig. Oh, best wig. I'm like, what? Best Best wig I've ever seen. I'd wear that. He says,
Right.
Nice, right?
Good as Bianca.
Sophie says, Raw is going to be held in Madison Square Garden for the first time in 3 years in July.
That'll be awesome.
Matthew says, they caught that inmate and prison guard. Oh, yeah? Did they leave their shoes in a Walmart?
What the? Is this a movie or?
No, it was on a TikTok. This lady went to Walmart to get some new shoes. And she went down the shoe aisle and somebody had left their orange, like, prison shoes, size 13, on a thing. And so you're like, looks like somebody needed some new shoes.
That's very funny.
That was pretty funny. Where did they catch him at, Matthew? Tell us all. Tell us the stuff. Asuka.
Nobody's ready for Asuka. Deserve. That's a funny word. Deserve.
Deserve.
What the fuck is she wearing? I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool outfit until it like went up her coochie. Handing her a title. So it is happening. That is going to be the main event tonight.
It doesn't matter. Rob is like, why does the camera zoom in and out when people get kicked? So you don't know if they're really kicking them or not. It's so you can throw up later.
She just said good afternoon.
Film says, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting tired of this Kevin Owens versus Elias Sampson feud, or should I say Ezekiel. Ernest Bell says, this is so corny without a twin. Vindicator says, so 3 useless segments in a row instead of actual matches. They doing go-home shows 24 hours after pay-per-views nowadays. I have to make a baby. Oh, I had to make your baby.
You're the one with the stupid green tears on your face. She
Right.
walks off.
Profits like Alpha Academy are decent.
Veer time.
Sophie says, Io Shirai has been ready for a main roster call-up for the past 2 years. Robbie says, Becky Lynch losing her mind. Vindicator says, very fitting WWE ratings have been plummeting lately. Robbie says, Asuka needs to bring back the green mist. Film says, Misty, how's your day going? Fantastic, my friend. Fantastic. How about yours? Sophie says, they are treating this as a go-home show of a pay-per-view a night after it, not like last week's go-home show. Film says, and Travis, how's my bro doing?
Doing fantastic.
Matthew says, they were caught in Indiana. I guess they stole a truck and got caught at a car wash. He's like, I don't want to be fucking held.
Right.
Wow.
He landed on his feet.
I know. Robbie's like, oh, it gives me a headache, that camera angle. I know, it's really weird. I don't like watching it a lot of the times because they do that weird in and out, swing it there, swing it there, swing it over here, up, down, around. They show the crowd, don't show the crowd. Pan too close to their faces. It's gross. It's like, I don't want to see their faces. I don't want to see them that close.
You don't want to see Veer's face?
I'm just surprised, Matthew, that they were still in the States. What the fuck were they doing in Indiana, for God's sakes? Like, I don't even remember where they came from. Where they escaped from or whatever. But I was like, that. And Film says, is Ayla here? She wanted to see her armpits, Missy. I guess she's a big fan of your bits. Oh, yeah, she totally is. Film was like, I'm doing pretty good, Missy. Fantastic. Sophie says, how are the dogs doing with the kitty around?
Great.
They don't care. They got totally used to him in about a week.
Took about a week.
Film says the WrestleMania Backlash live stream was pretty awesome. Matthew says WWE is so afraid to make contact but have talent jumping off the ropes and crap.
Contact. Who's Veer gonna wrestle? Some
I don't
nobody?
know, some nobody.
Some local?
Some local indie person.
That local talent that Raquel Rodriguez wrestled last week or whatever, she was pretty good. They need to sign her up.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I say that, but she was definitely one that you could see being pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Gary Jones says, is Roman on the show? Do we know, or did I miss him?
We have not seen him, and I don't think he is on the show. No rumors of him being on the show.
Matthew says, they became fugitives in Alabama. They went north, so I'm thinking they were going to escape to Canada. It's the wrong way to go. Sophie says, I don't understand this AEW and WWE war that is happening between fans of both companies. There's stuff happening. What did we miss?
With what? There's a T-Rex, Liz.
Okay.
There's another Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
June 10th.
The Jurassic World ones with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I know. But...
Oh, Ravi says, this Asian guy is a bum. Can't he just fight someone decent?
Veer? I'm sure he is going to. I have a feeling they could push him to the moon because there's 25 million people in India watching this.
Are you cold? Why are you shaking, buddy?
He likes to shake.
I don't think so.
He's got short hair. Put a blanket on him.
I can't. The blanket's over there. CBP says, hi. Hey, CBP. And Sophie says, I'm surprised that we didn't get that many call-ups from NXT after Mania like we usually get.
The stacked roster. They come up, they'll just be riff-raffed up here. They don't do enough matches to justify having more wrestlers. If they did 2 or 3 matches an hour, it'd be different, but they just don't. Oh, Byron Saxton. Oh, God, that's a bigger guy. Frank Loman.
Hartford's own Frank Loman.
Frank Loman's a bigger guy.
He's a guy.
He's a bigger guy. He's bigger than Veer. He looks taller. So you quitting before you start?
I have triplets at home. That's nice.
Oh, he might be smaller. He's doing it for his family. He got kids.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're locking up. He's a big, strong guy. Veer snaps behind him, picks him up, drops him down. He's selling. You know who he reminds me of? Daniel Bryan.
Oh, God.
Doesn't he look just like him? Just a smaller, or obviously, Daniel's a smaller version of this guy, but...
Right.
Oh, Frank Loman.
From Hartford.
Oh, look at this. Veer's going to go down. Daniel Bryan's almost got him. Oh, Veer takes him down.
His name is Frank. Just so you guys know.
Looks like Daniel to me. Just obviously a size difference. Veer is just manhandling him. That's a 250-pound dude.
So he's like, I'm surprised that we didn't get that many call-ups from NXT after Mania like we usually get. CBP says, what the fuck did Edge do to his hair?
He
cut it so it looks way better because
he
looks like
younger, a lot younger, doesn't he?
I'm glad he.
Hey, there it is, $1 million arm.
Pitch down the pike. So it says AEW also got that backdoor pay-per-view, which sold out in 40 minutes. Noah's in the chat. Hey, Noah says Veer's about to destroy this man. And Sophie says, no, everybody
he's tapping.
on NXT have
Veer's
to worry
not going to let go, though.
Because they could get released every other 90 days. After every 90 days. Matthew says, Sophie, part of me thinks that they are trying to turn NXT into more than a development show. And Robbie says, Frank Loman about to be entering A&E after this match. Are you talking about AEW? So it says, NXT used to be a development show when it first arrived 12 years ago. Did people forget that? No.
I mean, it's. I think it's always been a developmental brand. I mean, it's supposed to be. I think they got away from it there for a minute, and they weren't developing any talent at all.
Film says, oh yeah, Edge got a new haircut. He's rocking the Daniel Bryan look. LOL. Rob is like, Edge still looks like a twat. Well, of course he does. I just said the hair looks better than it did. God, his hair was disgusting. Like, I mean, he looked like a homeless man, guys. At least he looks like he took care of himself for a second.
You talking about Edge?
Yes.
Yeah.
He looked like a fucking homeless man for a long time. Like, his hair made him look like a homeless man. It was like, what the hell, dude? Why do you look like a
All right, here comes Cody.
You should not look like
American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. All teeth, all smiling. He beat him at WrestleMania. He beat him at Backlash. What's next for you, Cody? Seth is top 5 in the world, no matter how many times you slice it, he says.
He says he's top 5?
Yeah, Cody said he's top 5 no matter how many times you shake it.
Such a fire face.
Seth's top 5 in the world.
You think?
Oh, easy. If you made a list of the top 5 wrestlers right now in wrestling, he's going to be on it.
God, it was kind of chilly in this room.
Yeah, especially when there's no heat on.
Yeah. No heat. No heat on. It's supposed to
Happening
not
now.
be cold. It's supposed to be like spring weather. Like
Here comes Cody.
60s or something during the day.
It will be tomorrow. Not today.
No, today. It was only 40 today. It's quite chilly.
I was mowing the lawn in the snow.
Cool.
Not kidding.
I know, it was snowed
It
earlier.
was pretty funny. I was like, should I stop?
Might as
fuck
well
it.
just keep going.
All right, here comes Cody.
Rob's like, not A&E, accident and emergency. Oh, A&E is like an actual like arts and entertainment TV channel here, so who knows what you merely meant. Vindicator's like, so I guess Veer won't get a real opponent until next month, in which 98% of the viewers will completely not care if he shows up or not. Yeah.
Well, we waited a year for him to show up. Now that he's here, he's got to wrestle all the mid-level talent.
Give it to that little black boy.
He gave it to his dad, or to the boy. Yeah, he did give it to the little boy.
He gave it to that little boy, and then gave that mentally challenged person in the front a hug. How sweet. Such a nice guy.
He's an American. A nightmare.
Hello, sir.
Hey, buddy, don't play with any of those guns.
What you doing in there? Leopold, what are you doing? Yeah.
I told you no.
Hi, buddy. What are you doing?
He knows the word no, too.
Come on. Come on.
The American Nightmare. Cody!
Come on.
Roads.
Come on.
It's one of those words, those funny words. Roads.
There you go. You're fine. Let go. I gotcha. There you go. See? Got ya. Good job. Good trust fall, bud.
Sure, you'd like that.
What?
Cody in theory. That's happening, like they said.
Trusty.
They said at 10.
Right now.
It is at 9:51.
Well, I have to have people come out and stuff. Sophie says summertime is almost here. Vindicator says Cody will easily have the best segment of the night because nothing else has been worth it except a C+ match between Orton and the Profits. Ayla says, who's the other 4?
The top 5?
Mm-hmm.
You got to put Kenny Omega in there. Obviously, Cody thinks himself's in there. Anyways, you'd have to make a list. I don't like just naming wrestlers because I'll forget some. So I have to start writing names down, and then they'll start coming to me. But obviously, Kenny Omega is in there. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else in AEW that you could put top 5. And we're talking about just in ring, by the way.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, if we're talking about overall wrestlers, I couldn't put Kenny in the top 5 because his promo work isn't good enough.
Sophie says, it's funny when Cody left AEW for WWE, all of the fans that loved Cody.
Maverick Mitchell.
That loved Cody in AEW now hates him because he turned his back on the WWE. Matthew says, do y'all have a riding mower? Yes.
I do.
The Indicator says, hilarious. Cody is not even in the main event, despite being the most popular wrestler and in a title match. Sophie says, maybe Cody will be the guy to defeat Veer, or maybe an NXT call-up will do that. Matthew says, I just found out that I'm going to get my ass fucking kicked because Slipknot is coming to town.
And that beats you up.
Nice.
Do they have a feud against you?
Yeah. Robbie's like, Seth gonna come out and spoil the party. Matthew says, Cody in theory will be a great match. I hope we see Vinnie Mac. Sophie says, I meant AEW. Oh. Turned his back on AEW. I kind of feel like AEW turned their back on him.
Yeah, they're the one that didn't want to sign the contract.
And so he just took his options elsewhere and knew where he could take them, and probably was in talks of money with Vince and said, okay, well, they aren't going to give me what I want, then I'm going to go here.
And I'm sure he's making $2, $3, $4 million a year in WWE, where they can't touch that with AEW.
Yeah. Ayla says, you don't need to make a list. The film's like, hey, Ayla, hey, I was talking about you. Happy Monday. And Sophie says, if this isn't the main event, I wonder what is then. We do have Bianca.
Bianca and Asuka's going to be your main event
tonight. Vindicator Sophie, AEW geeks hating Cody is old news. Not even a worthy talking point anymore. Ayla's like, Slipknot is after Judy. Sophie says, at least there are fans that like both companies. And Matthew says, oh no, it's just going to be a brutal concert. LOL, I can't wait. Oh, that's what you meant by kicking your ass.
Wear your steel-toed boots. Either that or Nike, so you can run out of there if you have to. I don't know. Whatever. Or tennis shoes, not Nike.
He's like, LOL, I'm sexy in drag. I don't wear a wig. Yeah. Huh? Sophie's like, so they ending Raw with a women's match for 2 weeks in a row? Possibly.
There's a good possibility that's what we're going to see. Cody's got bruises all over his body.
Right?
Nose, shoulder.
It says, Ayla, happy Monday.
I have a feeling we're going to see Seth in the next 15 minutes, though.
I think in the next 5 minutes, we're going to see him, and it's going to start. It's going to be weird.
What? You think it's only going to be a 5-minute match?
No, I said we're going to see him in the next 5 minutes, so it'll be 8 o'clock, and then...
That's why I said 15, so the match could go on for a minute. But he could come out at the beginning of the match. It wouldn't surprise me if Seth came down now. Like in between.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Seth is seething.
Sounds like so Bliss went up against Sonya Deville. Yeah, it was a really quick match.
She won it in like 29 seconds. And if you go by from when they locked up, it was like 15 seconds.
Martha says, LOL, I'm not going in the mosh pit. It's an outdoor festival with precision-style seating. Nice.
Get in the pit and try to love someone.
Riva says, D, you excited for this match?
No.
Not really. Gary Jones says, Roman and Daniel Bryan in top 5 easily.
What?
Interesting. Interesting picks
like
for your
those?
top 5.
I mean, I don't
like
mind
Theory
Roman in
is
there.
a decent wrestler.
I don't know if I could justify putting Daniel in there, though. Not top 5. Theory had his phone tucked in his belt. Selfie. Look at all the fans for Austin Theory.
Fans.
All right. No Seth as of yet.
Matthew says, Film says, Happy Monday, Ayla, and wanted to know if you saw Miss D's armpits of pavilion-style seating. Oh, pavilion. Nice. Precision is about the same. Sophie says, once Cody left AEW for the WWE, I was both shocked and surprised in a good way that we finally got a former AEW star back into the WWE.
Right. And we could get some more over the next few years also.
Robbie says, LOD, not excited for it at all. LOL. Robert Warney's in the chat. Hey, Robert says Austin Theory could win a belt. What y'all think?
He has the belt.
He has the belt, so he might keep it, which I'm sure he will.
I have a feeling he's going to be champion by the end of the night also. But maybe Cody could get a belt tonight. But I feel like Cody has his sights set on the WWE title, not the American title, the U.S. title.
Matthew's like, Robbie, I agree. Theory is good. Sophie says, my top 5, Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, The Rock, Cena, and Orton. Robbie says, Brian gets in the top 10. Film says, Misty, when are you ever going to wear a short sleeve shirt anytime soon since the summer is coming?
She has a short sleeve shirt on.
Never.
You mean
Never
like a
going to wear
tank top?
sleeveless shirts.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Sophie says, today marks Batista's 20 years since we first saw him on WWE TV. Film says, let's go Cody Rhodes. And Matthew says, D-Bry all day. Robert Warney say, hey, what's up, y'all? Good to see y'all again.
Doing fantastic. Just watching some Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, we're watching Theory and Cody Rhodes.
Heading into that third
having
hour.
A good match here for the U.S. title, by the way. Haven't
10
seen
p.m.
Seth yet,
Eastern,
but
10
he's
p.m.
going to
Eastern.
show up at some
I have a feeling that Seth's going to ruin this.
Robbie says, yeah, Matthew, I subbed to your channel the other day. Nice. Noah says, I want Cody to win so much, but I don't think he will. I just think it would put a kibosh on him. Like, you don't want him to be the U.S. title holder, right? You want him to be the champion. Film says, let's go Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Sophie says, I thought Theory was feuding with Ali. Not really. Ciampa's kind of feuding with him.
I mean, Ali
And
is
Miz,
involved, kind of, but it's the whole Miz thing, but yeah.
Matthew says, Cody is going to lose. Film says, yeah, you're right on that one, Matthew. Robert says, my bad, I didn't know he had a belt. Oh, you didn't know that Austin Theory won the U.S. title,
Austin Theory is the United States champion.
Yeah, he's the United States champion, sweetie. It's okay. No, not your bad. Sometimes we just don't realize or forget. It's okay. We get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget. I sit here all the time listening to it. Robbie says, LOD ain't a Karen. She ain't wearing a sleeveless shirt. Well, Phil's like, I'm still going to cheer on Cody Rhodes because he's awesome.
He
Sophie
sure
says,
is.
Cody versus Theory, what a great way to open the third hour of Raw.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then I think it's going to probably go downhill after this,
with.
but it's going to be tough to stay awake that last hour.
Right.
For all you people on the East Coast after this match.
I don't know. I might be one of those East Coasters tonight.
If they keep this match going, maybe, like a 20-minute match or something like last night with Seth, then that'll be nice.
Yeah. Chris Childers is in the chat. Hey, Chris says, is anyone
joining.
going to be Roman Reigns for the title?
I think so.
Sure
I think
at
whoever
some point.
wins Money in the Bank is going to get a title. And I have a feeling it's just going to be one of the titles. But I don't know how they're going to pull that off.
Robert Warney says, okay, thanks for understanding. I appreciate y'all. No problem, my man. No problem. Robbie
Look at
says,
that
come on,
stomp.
Theory. Matthew
All
says,
right,
Robbie
Cody
thinks
trying-
I'm pissed I lost my main channel last year. I'm a bit controversial. I can't stand Peanut Butter, and Green Day is my favorite band. LOL. You can't stand peanut butter? What's wrong with you? Matthew.
He did it.
Seriously.
Very,
Ugh.
very controversial.
Get out. Get out. How dare you come into
like
my
any-
chat and say you can't stand peanut
Do you like any nut butters? I mean, because you can just put them in the blender and just make it fresh. Maybe that's better.
Sophie says, Ali is another guy. It seems like they don't know where to put him storyline and feud-wise.
There is also the Crusher peanut butter.
Don't
It's
eat
very,
it.
very good stuff. There's multiple brands. This is Braun Strowman stuff. It's named after his father.
There's
This one here
multiple
is
flavors.
cookie and cream. Is this one? Has no lid because of squirrels. This one here is Crusher cookie. It's yellow.
That was the one I tried.
She did try that. You can see her reaction to that on the TikTok.
People made fun of me.
Although you don't watch TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese. And then Crusher
made fun of
Nut.
me.
This is
I wasn't pleased.
cereal s'more peanut butter here. Cereal s'more. Also got a autograph
that was
from-
chewed on.
from Adam Schefter. Braun Strowman.
The
But the squirrels
decided
ate
to like it too.
here and here. Here and here. Not so much here or here, but here and here.
Anyways, we do have a fight going on. Theory and Cody are fighting in the ring, guys. Sorry.
Are you
It's
sorry that they're fighting?
No, that we're not talking about it before commercial time.
All right. Well, we've been watching it for about 5 minutes now. Theory picks him up. Oh! Cody blocks it. Look at that. Vertical suplex. Whoa! Drops him right down on his face and knees.
What the hell?
Drop kick.
What a weird way to land. What a weirdo.
He's a kid.
Robert Warney says, yeah, I didn't watch WrestleMania Backlash. I was working a double. I had to watch it tonight. Yeah,
Not
that
too bad of a
happens.
show.
Sophie says, but sometimes the
Were you
women's
disappointed?
matches last 5 minutes and sometimes they don't last that long. Bobby says, really, how did you lose your main channel? I like peanut butter, and do you still into bacon jam? I've never even had it. How can I be into it if I've never had it?
That's your favorite, isn't it? That bacon jam.
Never had it.
Jam.
Sophie's like, with commercials, this match could last a half hour. Matthew says, by the way, the sound is awesome tonight. Good job.
Woo!
Thanks.
Good. Glad that the sound's on point.
Luke says, Matthew, the fact that Green Day is your favorite band makes me want to ban you. Unban you, then ban you again. I think he was kidding, Luke,
Wake
but whatever.
me up when September ends. That's the only song I know. from
Matthew
Green Day.
says, I wish I liked peanut butter because it's so healthy. What about it don't you like?
Like that it sticks to the roof of your mouth.
Is it...
Cody, oh, he was going for a DDT right there on that table. Is Cody going to get counted out? I think the ref stopped counting.
I think he didn't know how to count. I think
Well,
he
sometimes
forgot.
in
It's commercial,
WWE, those
that's why.
referees do lose the ability to count to 10.
They're like, I don't know what's happening. I can't count anymore. Sophie says, this crowd seems more alive tonight than last night's pay-per-view crowd. Matthew's like, LL Luke. And Robbie says, Matthew, I remember Green Day back in the early 90s. Gary Jones says, this is going 30 minutes with commercials, 45. Sophie says, Green Day isn't that great. I don't have a fave rock band that I could think of. Robbie says, D, what did you eat bacon jam with? I didn't eat it. So I couldn't put it with anything because I didn't eat it.
So is it actually jam and so you eat it with like peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Or is it like bacon that has a hint of sweetness to it and so you eat it with like potatoes and ketchup?
No idea. I think I looked it up once, like months ago, and I still don't know what it is. Robert Warney says, y'all really nice and cool people. I'm glad I subscribed to y'all's channel. Thank you,
Yeah,
Robert.
thank you
Well,
for
you're
hanging out with us.
amazing, so thank you for hanging out with us. Matthew says the first year Green Day was eligible to be in the Rock Hall of Fame they got in. How many bands can say that?
I have no idea.
Sophie says, my sister loved Green Day when she was a teenager. Matthew says, the taste of peanut butter sucks. Is it because you've tried only one type of peanut butter?
Was it Jiffy? Was it Skippy? What were you
every
trying?
brand tastes different. Just saying.
And was it kind of a powdery taste? Because sometimes that throws me off with peanut butter too. I don't eat peanut butter anymore, but
Sophie says,
I like
not
almond
that
butter.
many, Matthew. Luke says Green Day has a few good songs, but as a whole, isn't even in top 50 bands or artists, lol. Film's like, go, Cody, go. And Ian's like, peanut butter is awful. Film says, finally, since Bliss is back, please keep her on TV. Sophie says, anyone like Beck? Some of their songs are
absolutely.
pretty good.
absolutely. I think Beck had a couple good songs.
Ayla's like, so was it good, Dalitha? What good? Peanut butter?
And when he first said Beck, I was
peanut
thinking
butter.
of Becky Lynch.
Oh.
I was like, oh, hell yeah. Wait, hold on. Beck?
No, we're talking about bands.
And so I can't think of the one song, but they had one that was really good. I listened to it like in the
So he says, my mom
90s.
loves the Dave Matthews Band. Picola's in the chat, though. Hey, Picola.
Picola.
Says, when it comes to 90s bands, Green Day may be in my top 20. Robert Warney says, you're welcome, no problem. Thumbs up. And Picola says, I'm happy the Celtics are winning. And Sophie says, I like Weeper.
Oh, they're beating the Bucks, huh?
Weeper?
The Bucks are up 2-1, so if the Celtics win, it's going to be tied.
Weezer. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I meant Weezer, stupid autocorrect.
I remember when Weezer first came out there.
I love Weezer.
And it was like
Like a lot of their songs.
"Ooh, looks like Buddy Holly.
Holly. Uh-oh, and you're married, Tyler Moore.
I don't care what they say about us anyway.
I don't care about that. Film says, hey, Picola, happy Monday, friend. And Robbie says, Beck, I'm a loser. I remember that song.
that one.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Ayla says, I do love Reese's peanut butter cups, though, but that peanut butter is loaded with sugar. Pickle says, how are you, Film? And Matthew says, yo, Green Day haters, yo, LLC, I'm controversial, LOL. Peanut butter just tastes funny. I think it's because I was a kid and went to eat a cookie, and it was peanut butter.
Oh, I love peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter cookies are really good. So this, when this grocery store in our town, it went from being one grocery store to another, and they built a new facility. It was way bigger. And in their bakery section, they had chocolate cookies with Reese's Pieces in them. They were the best fucking cookies, and I guess they didn't sell very well because they stopped making them. I was so mad.
All right, we are back to the action. It looks like Austin Theory's got his knee in Cody's back, yanking back on that chin.
Sophie says, my favorite rock band was Queen or Journey. Sophie says, hi, Picola. We missed you last night.
Some pretty good bands right there.
Chris Schilder says, I love Green Day. And Matthew says, say it ain't so. Picola says, oh, it's karaoke night. Sophie says, who loves Billy Joel?
I don't mind Billy Joe.
Robbie says, that Buddy Holly song was in the Happy Days.
9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Matthew says, Chris, you're awesome. Ayla says, Green Day was good, but I stopped listening to them a while back, so I don't know anything never from them. My favorite rock band is Tool. Sophie says, I always hate peanut butter. Sophie's like, Ayla, a Tool fan? That makes sense. Chris Childers says, thanks, Matthew. And Matthew says, LOL, cola. Robbie's like, Theory holding up. And Pico's like, I may be snobbish, but Green Day is no Metallica. True that.
Different. Yeah, just different.
Never going to be Metallica.
Like the new Metallica?
Looks like my personal top 10 bands artists are 10 Metallica, 9 Taylor Swift. Superior songwriting is why. 8 Pink Floyd, 7 Korn, 6 The Doors, 5 The Who, 4 The Beatles, 3 Eminem, 2 Van Halen, and 1 Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson always in the top. But The Who?
Luke, you've got problems. Like on another level.
The Who's really hard one for me. I don't like any of their stuff, but...
Oh, we got him, but he almost didn't make it. Film says, hey, Ayla, how's your...
But I like a lot of those 60s and 70s bands.
Your armpit hair purple coming along, LOL. I know you're just kidding. It would be cool, though, if you did. It was like, Sophie, are you that new? I literally talk about all 3 of Maynard's bands any chance I get. Film says, I like to listen to NF. He's a Christian rapper. Robbie says, Taylor Swift makes my ears bleed. Matthew says, Michelle Branch is better than Swift. And Ayla's like, Sophie, I also love Lamb of God. Does that also make sense?
Whoa.
What if I said I love Elton John, too? It looks like, Robbie, you make our eyes bleed, but we don't complain, so hush. Noah Frank says, do you guys think if they have the unification tag titles match, then they will just make one set of titles?
No.
Or do you think they would just be double champs?
I think they'd just be double champs until they figured it out, because I think each brand's going to want their own champion, unless Fox bids on Raw and wins it next time, and then they'll have both shows.
Yep.
But I don't know.
And then it really wouldn't matter
I
because
don't know
they'd
if
just
they're
be in the
heading
same
that way,
area.
and plus we're a year away from that, so.
Yeah. Robbie says Cody's so close after the moonsault. Ayla's like,
whoa,
sense,
Cody cutter.
not the other sense.
It's it. Cody's throttling him right now.
Where's Seth?
You're going to see him
Gonna
pop up
happen?
anytime.
There he
There
is.
it is. Very predictable, WWE.
With his weird half jacket. Did he forget?
Cody does win. Cody does win, but not the title.
What did he do? Like, he was like, I'm going to be in catering for a second, and then, oops, I forgot where half of my clothes went.
Maybe that's just how he dresses.
So weird.
He's got his jacket on.
So weird.
Throw a tie on there.
It's
You
like
go out
my
to
personal
dinner.
top 10 band artists: 10 Britney Spears, 9 Queen, 8 Michael Jackson, 7 Billy Joel, 6 No Doubt, 5 Michael Jackson. You said Michael Jackson twice, sweetie. 8 and 5.
Michael
4
Jackson's everywhere.
Eminem, 3 Snoop Dogg, 2 Jay-Z, and 1 Justin Timberlake.
Who is this?
That's Sophie's top 10 bands.
Not bad. Michael
Jackson hit it twice.
Well, he's got to be in there twice. Maybe even 3 times.
Ravi says, Luke, little teenage girls listen to Taylor Swift. Hello. Film says, I used to listen to Taylor Swift, but I don't listen to her anymore.
It's like I like the Jackson 5. I like Michael Jackson in the 70s, the disco Jackson. And then I like the bad Jackson, but then I like black and white Jackson.
It was like, Sophie, that selection now makes me realize just the kind of person you are. Robbie's like, Seth pulling up, and Pico says 5 Dylan, 4 Dylan, 3 Dylan, 2 Dylan, 1 Dylan, because I spit hot fire.
Whoever is saying that is classic gold.
Picola.
Yes.
Because he
Bob-
fucking makes every goddamn song that everybody loves that the fucking people sing.
There is a curb
Bob
stop on
Dylan
Cody.
probably wrote the fucking song.
Bob Dylan is the shiznit.
Ella says, I don't like Taylor Swift either, but to each their own. Pico's like, yes, nailed the Chappelle reference once again. Sophie says, both Fox and USA Network wants brand-specific rosters, though being a double champ wouldn't make sense.
Not for a minute. Unless it's Fox bids on Raw.
Madness, insanity.
And they actually could do that. It'd be weird, though. They would be starting Raw all sorts of different times. And if they were wise, they'd just put it right up against Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Like USA does, but on Fox, it would get more people.
Right. I think it would hit more people because people have that
'cause
station
you can get that
as a normal channel.
antenna, yeah. Like King Dwayne, he doesn't watch this stuff unless he goes to somebody else's house.
Right. Luke says, Robbie, what you just said is why your opinion about Swift is trash. When she started, yes, young girls liked her, but now she has a fan base so huge, and it's not just teens. You're just spouting hater shit. Sophie's like, I meant Prince for 5. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Ayla's like, I like Elton John, Tool, Elton John, Mamas and Papas, Elton John.
The Mama and Papas are really good.
Robbie says Seth is a brave man rocking that look. Film says, no, Seth, no. And Ayla's like, oh, I forgot our Lord and Savior, Elton John. Film's like, why, Seth, why? And Robbie's like, message retracted. And Sophie's like, I wasn't born when the Mamas and the Papas was a thing. I heard of them, though. Robbie's like, LL Luke, you like teeny bop music, LL. Luke, it's okay. Calm down. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Robbie is just joshing around with you, okay? It's called joking.
I don't mind her country stuff. I don't mind her teeny bopper stuff. I like Teardrops on My Guitar and
she has some good
and
songs.
Tim McGraw.
I'm not a huge fan of all of her stuff.
I have
but
no
there's
problem.
a couple songs that I'm okay with that I've listened
When
to
you
and been
think
like,
Tim McGraw,
oh, that's all right.
I hope you think of me. Nothing wrong with that.
Luke says, if your music tastes are different than mine, that's fine. But if you're going to comment, then use educated arguments, not toxic trash said by haters who just hate on her to look cool. I always look cool, no matter if I hate or don't hate on Taylor Swift. Ayla's laughing. What's that mean, Sophie? You only listen to music made during or after your birth? Luke says, Robbie, sometimes you say things I know you as a joke, but it comes across as so annoying. Robbie's like, Luke, have a lay down. You seem like you need one. You need a nap, son.
He's like, I just woke up.
I just woke up from my fucking nap, you assholes. I love Taylor Swift. I love her till I die. I hate you all. Just kidding. We know you're a big Taylor Swift fan, Luke.
Nothing wrong with Taylor
There's
Swift.
nothing wrong with liking Taylor Swift.
I like her 1989 album. Is that what it was? Like 87 or 89? Anyways, that one was pretty good.
Sophie's like, Travis called the Seth thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, it had to happen, right? Because there's no way that they would have Cody get the U.S. title. It just makes no sense. We want him to win that whole championship.
The big one after he finally finishes off Seth. Now, we saw what Seth did to him tonight. A few curb stomps on the table, went after him, beat him up pretty bad.
Pickle's like, since I haven't listened to pop radio for about 15 years, I don't know anything from T Swift. You know what, Pickle? I could not name you one song of hers. But the only reason why, if I listened to the song and somebody told me it was Taylor Swift, I'm like, oh, okay, I've heard that, is because there was a teenager in our house and a young girl. And I got to listen to all the new music. And so guess what I still do? I still listen to the new music stations because I actually like some of the music.
I, on the other hand,
am an old person who likes the new music.
Listened to the radio in 20 years, so I'm even farther behind than you. I don't even know who half the rappers are anymore. She's like, here, listen to this, and I'm like, the boxers come out with wrestlers. I got to video it, then send it to her and say, who's this rapper? Not wrestler, rapper.
His film said something. I'm missing things. I got too far behind. I've got a cat sleeping on me.
Just moments ago,
fucking things happened, and people were like, what? And then they were like, oh my gosh. And then it was like, what? And then it was like, oh my gosh. And then they were like, huh? And then it was like, what? And they were like, oh. Did you see that, man?
Perfect play-by-play.
Was it totally awesome? It was like the bestest ever.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Here comes.
Film said something about
it's
something here.
boss time.
Stop texting, you guys. Jesus, I gotta keep.
They're talking.
Film's like, Ayla, so did you get what I said? And says, hey, Piccola, how's your day going? And Matthew's like, K-pop is life. Sophie says, Taylor Swift is okay, but not enough to be on my top 10 list. Chris Childer says, you think we would bring back the NWO?
No.
Sophie says, I forgot about Katy Perry. Who the fuck's Katy Perry? Just kidding.
She's the one with the big boobs. She's got brown hair and big eyes.
I know.
But I don't know any of them.
I was kidding, but thanks. It was like, Swift just isn't my type of music. I don't hate her, just not going out of my way to listen to her. Luke says, I also love Creedence Clearwater Revival, Journey, Simon and Garfunkel, Aerosmith, AC/DC, and more, and Van Hager is better than Van Roth in my opinion.
Okay. Now
you're just spouting poop out of your butthole.
You lost credibility on that one. Everything else was flowing. I think we've had this conversation
We have.
Before.
Hager is the devil fuck crap. Hagar.
I can't drive 55.
Luke, his voice is god-awful horrible. You are a
But,
terrible
I mean,
person.
he's probably a better person than David Lee Roth if you're going by, like, your personality.
Right.
But I don't look at personality in rock bands, or I wouldn't like the bands in the 80s.
Yeah, you couldn't.
What was that band, the big one? Motley Crue. Jesus Christ, people killing people.
Pico says, we had bought steaks at the commissary today. Film, life is good. Nice. Steak. Luke's like, I already had enough, you trollops.
Nikki.
Matthew's like, Katy Perry is an Illuminati princess. And Robbie's like, better yet, Luke, just eat a Snickers. You're not you. Film's like, okay, Pico. And Robbie says, Luke, you're not you when you're hungry. Sophie says, of course I listen to music after I was born because I don't know what music was when I was in the belly of my mom.
Well,
Luke's
your
like,
mom could have taught you about good music.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Totally. Looks like then you'll be happy, Trav, to know Taylor is getting ready to release 1989 Taylor's version with a bunch of unreleased songs.
Oh,
People
cool.
says, I may be a hag, but Hall & Oates are kind of good.
I don't know enough about them, but I know they do have some pretty good songs.
Ouch.
Your lips
are
on my list of the best things in life. That's all I know.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the only song I know of them.
Looks like I'm not hungry, you dolt. I think you are. I think you're grumpy hungry. So he says, Luke, do you have a top 10 show list? And Luke's like, I listen to Jew stuff. He listens to Jew stuff. What's Jew stuff?
It's like Jew rock. I don't even know what that is.
Do you listen to like what they can do? Their whatchamacallit? What are those things called that they do for them when they're like 12 or whatever and they become men?
Oh yeah, I don't know what that's.
Do you
called.
listen to Adam Sandler's music? Hanukkah.
This is Jew rock.
Oh, Vindicator says another 40 minutes of raw meat to grind through. I doubt Roman will show up to save this show. Robbie says,
No.
what a stomp by Seth. Ayla says, Florence and the Machine is amazing. Imogene Heap is a gem. Sophie says, who are Hall and Oates? Matthew says, Luke becomes a diva when he's hungry and starts listening to Cher. If you believe in life after love. Looks like, Sophie, my top 10 TV shows list would probably cause chat to explode. Ayla's like, I love Jew stuff. I am 1% Jewish. Sophie's like, so that match didn't last a half hour.
No.
Robbie's like, boss time. And Luke's like, Cher and Madonna are cool. Back off, Matthew. LOL. Boom's like, oh, here comes armpit boss Sasha Banks. And Matthew says, Ayla, then you should love Vanessa Carlton. Film says it's armpit boss time.
Armpit sounded way better.
Armpit. It's armpit. It's the old armpit. Pico says, oh, Sophie, rich girl, out of touch, private eyes. Film says, Nikki ASH, the armpit superhero. It was like, Film, I couldn't see your comments. Someone explained to that idiot he blocked me, so stop talking to me.
Whoa,
Pico's like, ha 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 ha, Van
Second
Hagar.
rope. Is
Robbie's
this a
like,
title match?
Dumpling and Ash, what a tag team, LOL. They are really going far, LOL. What would be great is if she stopped being the dumb superhero thing. That'd be
I wish
better.
that Dewdrop would just become a monster. They could book her as a monster. Like Rhea. Not Rhea. What's her name? The big one that was related to Roman Reigns.
Nia Jax.
Naya. Kind of like
Vindicator
a Nia
says,
type.
oh, they jamming Nikki Trash and Dough Girl together now. I feel bad for Sasha being booked so horribly outside of pay-per-view
Well, Bliss
lately.
is back, so she can go over to Bliss here and then her next time around after she gets turned on again.
Right. Sophie says, my top 10 TV show list is 10 ER, 9 Big Bang Theory, 8 Friends, 7 Law & Order SVU, 6 Smallville, 5 How I Met Your Mother, 4 Glee, 3 This Is Us, 2 A Million Little Things, and 1 is Scrubs. It says, Tash Sultana is very talented. Matthew says, Luke, LOL, don't get all Bette Midler on my ass, LOL. So he's like, Van Halen was a good band. And Robbie says, Dumpling looks like she's lost some weight. Matthew's like, circumcisions. Looks like, oh my fucking God, new stuff. New. No, Jew. It's totally Jew now, dude. You totally like to listen to Jew stuff. It's awesome. You're like...
I'm like, I don't know what Jew stuff is. But...
You're like Adam Sandler. Oh, wait, Adam Sandler. He likes it.
Oh,
like,
that's over.
Funny,
Nikki loses again. 1, 2, and 3.
Of course. Piccolo says Ayla Tash Sultana is tantric as fuck, LOL, but seriously, I like her vibe. Matthew says, oh, a brisk. That's not how it's spelled. A brisk? Yeah, whatever that is. Whatever it is where they become a man and they sing that weird whatever. They like have to sing in Hebrew or whatever it is.
No idea.
It's funny. Anyways. Sophie says I'm part Jewish too.
That one?
Maybe. If they have to get up there and have to say something in Hebrew from their book, and it's when they become a man. And I'm pretty sure that Adam Sandler has a song for it.
Oh, Dewdrop's turning on her already? Oh, she's trying to coach her up, though. When are you going to start taking it seriously? Take that shit off your face. The Miz coming down. What the fuck?
I guess I don't get a chance.
Oh, he's a referee.
Somebody's referee.
Is this Ali Ciampa?
Probably.
This is going to be Ali Ciampa. Maybe.
Sophie's like, I'm part Jewish too, but only the being cheap part. Rob is like,
oh, no, we can't. No.
Sophie, making jokes in the chat that are inappropriate.
We can't do that.
Rob is like,
it
LOLD, putting Luke in a spliff tonight, LOL. And Ayla's like, Fat Lisa, her tiny desk live video on YouTube is my favorite. Sophie says, I love Adam Sandler. He is one of my top 10 comedians list. Matthew says, I'm part Jewish too. See, the scar is from a bum. A burn. My bad. A burn.
No.
Nope. Matthew's like, oh, I'm going to hell. Let me be Jewish and take a shower. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Matthew.
Stop.
Matthew. Inappropriate.
No jokes.
And inappropriate.
Not
Sophie's like, wow, for the first time in a while, we have 4 or 5 women matches in one night.
Yeah, there was quite a few tonight.
Robbie says, Nikki is so much better than this Ash crap. I think that's why Dewdrop's trying to get her out of that.
Dewdrop's not turning on her. She's trying to turn her. So she gets away from that.
Feels like Luke loves Jew stuff. Do you have that Jew cap thing?
Okay.
I don't even know a yarmulke. Yeah, yarmulke. That's what it is, Matthew. Thank you.
Yarmulke.
Bring Hanukkah. Fucking Adam Sandler. Robbie's like, didn't Naomi break her arm? Guess that was fake.
Well,
yeah, totally fake broke her arm. They were terrible at keeping up their whatever you call that. What is it called? Your
kayfabe.
Kayfabe. It was like, yes, Matthew, a Jew cap. It was like bar mitzvah. Yeah, that's it, the bar mitzvah. That's it. Matthew says, Dewdrop is someone to watch out for. Robbie's like, Dumpling gonna kick Ash ass. And Sophie says, this is weird timing. Matthew says, oh yeah, the brisk is the circumcision. Ayla's like, it's the passage to adulthood or manhood. Yes, the bar mitzvah. Pickle's like, I feel so uncomfortable and I'm not even Jewish.
Right.
Ayla's like, I really am 1% Jewish. I'm offended. So, guys, stop. Sophie's like, Ciampa making his Raw wrestling debut. It looks like Matthew, knock it off.
We've got Ali, Mustafa Ali, going against Tommaso Ciampa here. But we don't call him Tommaso anymore. It's just Ciampa.
Oh, man.
So it's going to be Ali versus Ciampa tonight.
Jesus.
And The Miz is the referee, which is just a weird twist on this one. So it should be good.
Right. Vinegar says, finally giving Ciampa a match after a month in catering. Ridiculous, but I guess he will be the next challenger for Theory. Robbie says, is it cool to be a Yid? Yeah, totally. Sophie's like, it looks like they might turn Nikki ASH back to Nikki Cross. Pico says, I mean, I wouldn't mind Rhea turning me out. Does that sound gay? Never mind. Matthew's like, smoke your marriage like Hanukkah. Film says Armpit Boss wins, and Robbie says, Matthew, keep it going. Well, Matthew's like, I also love Jewish comedians. Oh, no. Those jokes were some of Gilbert Gottfried's material. Rip.
Ah.
Yeah.
I like Gottfried.
He did pretty good fucking material, didn't he? Sophie says, oh, right, Ali is feuding with 3 different people at the same time. And Matthew says, oh, Robbie, hold on. I think I left the oven on. Oh, my God, Matthew, stop it!
Anti-Semitic jokes.
Oh my God, would you stop, dude? Like, be good. Be good. Be good. You're gonna get Luke's panties in a ruffle. He likes Jew stuff, guys. Stop it. Stop it.
There is a lot of good comedians out there. I like Dane Cook.
Sophie says Robin Williams is my #1 fave comedian.
He was pretty good. I didn't like his last
his
stuff.
bit about Joe Biden?
Well, because it's the truth, yeah.
That's so funny. He, made that comedian skit back in 2009.
Uh-huh.
That's funny shit. Oh, too funny. Looks like top 10 shows are 10 True Blood, 9 Roseanne, 8 Tales from the Crypt, 7 Home Improvement, 6 Charmed, 5 Big Bang, 4 Simpsons, 3 Raw, 2 Law & Order SVU, and 1 Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love Buffy. Hello, chicken. Are you there? Hello, chicken. There's a chicken outside.
He's going to call it fair and square. Ring the bell.
Ring
there it
that
is.
Bell.
It's official.
Pico says Matt be misbehaving. And Matthew says, oh, that one was Gilbert Godfrey as Hitler. Joke Ellis Seinfeld is awesome,
This
too.
is what happens when you put a normal-sized man as a referee in WWE when there's 2 little guys wrestling. Look at the size of the referee.
Miz is like, this is...
I'm a foot taller than either of the competitors.
Oh, whoa! Vindicator's like, ew, Luke wears panties. I'm telling Liv, and then she will be all mine. Pickle's like, I have to watch it. Sophie says, Luke, good list for your TV shows. Some I have never watched before.
Oh, he's making sure his shoulders were down.
Like, I'm done. Oh, thank you, sir.
Miz was making sure the shoulders were down. Oh, from behind!
Good.
Big flying forearm.
I was like, happy Hanukkah. I was like, I have a natural fear of small spaces. Wonder where that comes from. The 1%. Oh my God, Ayla.
Okay, now it's
Stop.
official. We've got to go.
Awa. Seriously. Sophie's like, I should have put Married with Children on my list to replace one of my shows on my top 10. It's hard when there's so many good ones and you're like, oh, what is really my top 10?
With Cheers and Frasier and Friends and Seinfeld.
I don't even know what I would put on mine.
Big Bang. I don't know what order I would put these in, though. Because I can watch any one of those anytime. Cheers, maybe not, because I've seen them all now, and they don't have them just on TV.
I am not reading your comment, Matthew. Vindicator says Travis and his obsession with sizes is still hysterical. So if he's like, size, it shouldn't matter.
Oh, why wouldn't it matter?
I don't know.
You don't want a gas station attendant to be the world champion.
Oh, they do, though. They do. They want tiny little men.
Whoa! A 1 count. He got a quick 1 count right there.
All right. I'm going to read Matthew's. Matthew says, Ayla, go back to your attic.
You can't laugh at this stuff. This is mean.
That's inappropriate, sir. No. It looks like all the shows Trav said are in my 10 through 20 LOL. Looks like Matthew. And Sophie says, Seinfeld, I haven't seen the whole show. I only seen episodes here and there. Robbie says, Ali spun like a man on a foosball table, right? It was like, I can't even make a list. Depending on my mood, that's my favorite. I flip-flop between the classic Roseanne and Frasier. And Fargo, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer is probably like my top 1. And then I don't even know what you would say after
I haven't seen enough of Buffy, but I loved it when she was in high school a little bit more. I don't know if that makes me a creep.
No.
Hopefully it doesn't. I just liked the girl.
The way that they did the stories and stuff.
That was with Van.
Yeah.
Or Zan.
Xander.
Yeah. I just liked her better than the dopey one that was in the college years.
Yeah.
But I still liked that one too. Didn't they play together at one point? I think she came at the end of the high school one, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, because they had a crossover with Angel.
But anyways, and then obviously the villain, the blonde guy? He's pretty funny.
I always love Spike. Spike's my
David
favorite.
Bowie or whatever. What's his
I
name?
love Spike.
Is it David Bowie?
Oh, I love him.
Who's the guy that sings Cradle of Love?
I don't know.
David Bowie? No, it can't be David Bowie. Rock the cradle of love. I can't believe I can't think of his name. My sister used to say I looked like him my whole life.
Buffy is on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime too. Looks like season 6 gets real dark and adult in Buffy. Yeah, it does.
Ooh, Ali almost hurt himself
Ayla
right there.
says Fargo, Weeds, True Blood, Breaking Bad. There's a lot. If I can binge watch it multiple times, I love it. So if it's like, did you watch the Buffy spinoff Angel? I did. I watched it like once. Matthew says MJF is Jewish and he's my favorite AEW wrestler. I'm not an anti-Semitic. Jeff Goldblum is legit. Right. I know you're not. We don't want
the jokes are anti-Semitic, not the people saying them.
Luke says there were several Buffy Angel crossovers. Sophie says Buffy is another show I keep going in and out of watching it. Luke's like giving Billy Idol maybe?
Yes, Billy Idol.
Okay, there you go. Matthew says people are filling in their own blanks. Y'all know history.
Woo.
Sophie's like, I saw some episodes of Seinfeld when it dropped on Netflix, then I gave up watching it.
I like watching Ancient Aliens. That's probably one of my favorite. I probably would put that in my top 10, not kidding. That shit is great. He's got him down 1, 2. Oh, Ciampa just got his shoulder up.
I really like watching Ghost Adventures. It's very, very calming and music. Sleeping for me.
It's like a lullaby.
That shit puts me to sleep so fast. I don't know why. It's like, oh, you're talking about ghosts? Like, this is amazing.
Ali could lose this.
No.
He got him.
How did he
Ciampa
do
wins.
that?
Right at the 10-minute mark. Right at the 10-minute mark.
That was insane.
Miz might have picked the pace up on that count. I think it was a little faster than it was.
I don't think so. It seemed like it was in slow motion. I think he counted too slow, personally.
9 minutes, 45 seconds for that match.
Way too slow. Way too slow. Piccolo says, let me see. Mine is completely different. 10, Mr. Robot. 9, Stranger Things. 8, Buffy.
I think he was a little bit
7.
more favoritism, though, like towards Ali. He got in the way a few times at Ciampa.
Yeah, I think he did wanted Ali to win a little bit.
Felt like he was just nonpartisan.
Yeah. I'm going to read Piccolo's top 10 again because you interrupted me. He says, let me see. Mine is completely different. 10, Mr. Robot. 9, Stranger Things. 8, Buffy. 7, It's Always Sunny. 6, Monk. 5, House. 4, Psych. 3, Breaking Bad. 2, Community. And 1, The Office. So I like The Office. I like Parks and Rec.
Right. You got 3
Monk,
in that list that I've never
House,
heard of. His number 2, never heard of it.
Community.
And then
You've seen it.
I've never heard of Mr. Robot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Money, House, Psych. Okay, so I've heard of all of them.
You just haven't heard of 2 and 10.
2 and 10. Yeah, 10.
Matthew says Ancient Alien is legit. I love that weird stuff. And Ravi says Chomp a big win. Piccolo says Zach and Ghost Adventures is such a douche canoe. I don't know.
Don't watch it that well.
I don't even know their names. And it might not even be Ghost Adventures itself. It's just any of those shows where they do that kind of stuff. I literally just fall asleep. So if it's like with certain shows, if I like it that much, I would binge watch it. And if I don't stop watching it after a couple episodes, I give up on it. Matthew says, nice. Ciampa is moving up. Ravi says, decent match. Ali got smoked, as he should.
I'm going to start watching I Dream of Jeannie. I'm pretty sure I like that one.
Yeah. Luke says, Ghost Adventures is my number 20 show because it's so ridiculous. Ayla's like, all the comedy from new sitcoms come from Seinfeld and other classics. That's why I can't get into shows like Big Bang, for example, because I've heard all the jokes before.
I've never heard a Big Bang joke on
Seinfeld
once in my entire life.
Nope. Vindicator says, funny how Miz is the ultimate heel even when roughing a match between baby faces.
Big Bang is so fucking funny. It kind of controversial.
Stays funny until...
It's great until Amy Farrah Fowler shows up.
Well, until she becomes like a main character like on the show. When she's just kind of in and out, it's not so bad. But when she's like mainly there and she gets all weird and sappy. It
is so hard to watch after she shows up that I make it because Sheldon's still funny, you know, and whatever his name is, his roommate. Penny's great in the early ones. She gets worse in the later ones also. When everybody's all like together and everybody's having sex with like that, it's like, couldn't they just keep them all single? Mm-hmm. I mean, I like Penny and Edward. Leonard. That one's probably okay because it just makes sense.
Yeah. Robbie says Lacey Evans again with this crap. Sophie's like Monk, House, Psych, The Office, and Community. I binge watched them all in the past 2 years. And Matthew says Ayla, exactly. Vindicator says never-ending cringe-worthy Lacey. This is your life segments. Sophie says imagine putting together a top 100 fave TV shows. Oh, God.
Ooh, Quantum Leap.
Oh my God, yeah, Quantum Leap is amazing.
I forgot Quantum Leap.
I made Travis watch that a few times when I didn't.
But I grew up watching it. But yeah,
when I was here in the afternoons and all that good stuff.
Bobby gonna have another
Matthew
match?
says Seinfeld was also written and produced by comedians compared to writers trying to be funny. I can't stand Big Bang. Matthew says. Sophie says Roseanne is one of those shows I don't want to touch to watch. Cheers is another show I binge watched the past few years. It was like I give a lot of shows a chance. I'll watch at least 2 episodes. If it's not good, after that I'm done. Robbie's like, Big Bang isn't funny. And Piccolo's like, oh, you know what? GO2 is maybe number 4. Oh, yeah? Game of Thrones. You got to put it up there in the number 4 spot.
Ooh, I've never seen it. So.
Matthew says, Sunny in Philly is the newest show I watch. And Ayla says, if it has that soap opera camera, I won't watch it, period. Do you know what I mean by soap opera lens? I don't know how to explain it. It's too clear. I don't know. Films like Mustafa Ali lost. He did. Sophie says, I give some shows a chance. I give it 3 episodes before deciding if I want to continue watching it or give up on watching it.
That's funny. I go by time.
So there's a new show on Amazon I kind of want to watch, and they just let all of the episodes drop, and it has Josh Brolin in it.
Is it?
And it's like a
Billy the Kid one?
No, it's not that Billy the Kid one, but it is a ranch one. Like he's like a cowboy or whatever or something, but it's like new age stuff and whatnot. I saw it when I was looking at my orders on Amazon. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I like Josh Brolin.
Me too.
You like that
Hence
Longmire
why
or
you
whatever.
need to, I did. I really like that one too. Hence why you really need to watch No Country for Old Men. It is such a good movie. It is slow, but it's a good movie. It's one
I'm
of those
glad
movies,
that it's a movie because I will watch it. I will sit for 2 hours
it's a movie to watch
watching a
once, and you'll never watch it again. But it's that kind of a movie that you just have to watch it.
I'm sure it's good.
It's really.
Does it have
good.
Tommy Lee Jones in it?
Yes.
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones.
Josh
one of the greatest
Brolin,
actors
Tommy
of
Lee
all time.
Jones. That guy that was in that weird movie with the two girls, Scarlett Johansson was in it, and he was like the lover, and then what's her face was in it too at the end.
Oh.
Or
yeah.
later.
I know who you're talking about.
That guy's in it, and he's a bad guy.
What the fuck were we watching that movie for?
It was just on after, and there was really nothing else. I don't even remember the name of the stupid thing.
Huh.
It was just on, like, after something else. And I didn't change it because I was like, there's nothing else on, and I didn't want to use data. So, Pico says, I'd rather pick 100 movies because that's my jam. Like, right, Pico, that's Travis. Like, he could totally do 100 movies. He could give you a list of 100 movies, and probably, like, most of them would all be a tie for first.
Yeah, I like movies.
Sophie says, some shows hook me in right away after one episode. Matthew says, Ayla, it's like a camera on stage at the theater type of lens feel. Matthew says, ever watch Oz, the prison show? Ayla's like, basically, I don't have a life. I have time to watch shows. Sophie says, Dirty Dancing is going to have a sequel coming in 24. Matthew says, lots of male-on-male rape. Ew, gross. And Sophie says, no, have you watched 24? My mom did. Piccola says, yeah, Outer Range, take a peek. It's interesting. That's it. Thank you, Piccola. Yeah, that's the name of it, Outer Range. It looks like good. I've never seen Yellowstone or anything like that. I don't care. I just want to watch that.
It's because you don't like Kevin Costner.
I can't stand him. I don't know what it is about him. I mean, I can stand him to a certain degree in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And the only reason why I can stand that show is because of what's his face.
Christian Slater?
No, Snape. Being the sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
Of Nottingham. Why a spoon? Because it all hurt. No. And his death scene, it takes him like 4 minutes to die. It's hilarious. It's not supposed to be funny, but I find it funny. It's like crystal clear. It's the same lens they use for soaps. I only see some shows use it, but I hate it. It bothers my core. Vindicator says, that's it, Ayla. I'm telling Jordan that he doesn't bring enough excitement to your life to take you away from binge watching. Piccola says, no country for old men. Anton Chigurh. I don't know how to say his last name, sorry. Is a complete psychopath, right? Like, that's the guy, huh? Anton. That's it. That's him. He does an amazing job. Like, amazing. It was like, he works. I technically don't. My kids are independent players, so I have time for a show, even if I'm just listening to it in the background. Vindicator says Yellowstone is overrated. And Matthew says, Peter Wood can't create new movies since they rehash old shit. That should be left alone. Oh, that's a show that's really good that nobody put on their list.
What is it?
The train one. That one. What was that one?
There's one with the train.
Like Spartacus was really good until they did the weird stuff.
Yeah, they woke
the other
that one up.
What was that one where the guy has Common in it? What the fuck is the name of that show?
Oh, Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels. That was a phenomenal
Hell on
show.
Wheels is fantastic.
That was a good show.
And I've seen every episode of that one.
Right?
I forgot about that series.
Like, that series is great. That's a show.
With the hooker in it, and yeah.
Who wouldn't put that in their top at least 20?
Well,
says, wait, hold up. There's another Dirty Dancing movie coming out in 24. Talk to Sophie about it, dude, because I don't know anything about it. I refuse to watch remakes or sequels or prequels to that shit. I think it's disgusting that they do that with old movies. I just want the old movies to stay the old movies and not
I don't even know how you do it. Is
shit.
Jennifer Grey going to be in it? Because the other guy's dead.
Patrick Swayze
died.
I know. He did die. They could just CGI him in there. It'd be fine.
From Roadhouse, like just Roadhouse scenes.
Right?
Or do the face-over app. It's like, they just get some other actor.
Just do the face-over. Sophie's like, with movies, I'm way more picky than TV shows, which I'm also kind of picky, but not that much.
Yeah, 2 hours. I can handle 2 hours. I'll watch pretty much any movie. Like, sometimes she'll throw some stuff on there, and I'm like, okay, it's just 2 hours.
Yeah. Luke says, there's a show, I can't remember the name of, but it had 2 of the 70s show boys on it, and their dad ran a farm or something. It was good, but my memory sucks.
My mom loved that show.
The Ranch.
It's
That's
called The
it.
Ranch.
I like that show. Yeah, it had Ashton Kutcher on it or whatever, Ashton Kutcher. And then something happened.
The boy that was the other one in the one that he just said.
Yeah.
That 70s show, he raped a girl or something.
Yeah, and he's been blacklisted and everybody hates him. And it's like, who cares? Danny Masterson.
Yeah,
That's his
no
name.
idea what his name, yeah.
I don't know why I know that name, but I do.
Dana's divorcing her.
Oh, no, you don't. Not now. She took that letter with her. Then he's like, oh my fucking God, watch the Human Centipede 3. LOL, that was their first one I watched, and it was so freaking awful. It's greasy. It's an entire commercial for Human Centipede 2.
I've never heard of Human Centipede.
I've never heard of either one of them, and if I'm going to watch goofy movies, I'd rather watch Evil Dead. Thank you very much. Sophie says it is called The Ranch and looks like The Ranch. And Sophie says, remember that 70s show? Netflix is doing that 90s show with all the original cast from the 70s show appearing in it. Yeah, you told us about it. It's pretty cool. Matthew's like, Snowpiercer, Money Train, Broken Arrow? No. Ayla says,
Broken Arrow. Come on, that's a great movie.
Ayla says, I'll watch almost any movie. If I start it, I finish it. I'll watch the cheesiest cheese out there. My favorite are war movies. World War I, World War II are my jams. Ha. Thumb says, me too, Misty. Same here. Preacher, Misty, preach. Sophie says, I never saw any of those movies. Picola says, there was a time I was a big Walking Dead fan, but yeah, it's sort of a waste of time. There's just too much of it at this point. Just too much. Way too much of it that I just don't even want to
It's one of those things, like when you're watching a zombie movie, like, what's that zombie one where they, from Death Till Dawn or whatever? Is that it?
That's a vampire movie.
Where they're all shooting the people on the roof. It's got the guy from Pulp Fiction in it. Dusk Till Dawn. No, what's that called? Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. It's like you're watching that, but you don't want it to end because it's such a good movie. That's kind of where that came from, The Walking Dead.
Oh.
So you can keep watching your zombie movie week after week.
I'm not a big fan, personally.
Have you seen Dawn of the Dead? It's really good.
Yes. I'm talking about The Walking Dead.
Right.
There's just too much of it anymore. Vindicator says, okay, nothing left to hold my attention for the last 15 minutes, so I will see you guys in 44 hours for the real legit show of the week, The Explosive Dynamite.
I wish
Just
I
don't
could
tell
go.
Wile E. Coyote. Bye, guys.
Wish
Bye,
I could
Vin.
go.
Right. Films like Here Comes Becky Lynch. And Ayla says, I like Walking Dead, but dang, it dragged. I just finished it, though. I actually enjoy the fear of The Walking Dead, but I can tell it's going to drag on, too. Matthew says, Under Siege 2 is a movie. Yeah, it is.
Siege.
And it's on a train.
Is that
Wasn't
with
talking
Steven
about
Seagal?
train movies. Yes, it has Steven Seagal. Film says, and of course, she's wearing a worst, terrible wrestling attire. Come on, Becky. Don't cover up those armpits. It looks like Human Centipede is not goofy. It's awful. It's just watch the trailer.
No.
Sophie's like, this match, wow, is getting the last 5 minutes of the show. Matthew says, Ayla, Sean Connery, a big A bridge too far.
I haven't even
It was
watched
like-
the Star Wars or the Marvel movies. Like, there's no way I'm going to watch something about a human centipede.
Right? It was like Train to Busan is amazing. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's so good. That's that South Korean
Yeah, she's told us about
zombie movie. Sophie says, I'm not a fan of zombie stuff. I tried watching Game of Thrones, got bored real fast. It was like Game of Thrones is not zombies. Ha. Looks like Tales from the Crypt and Mystery Science Theater 3000 are very underrated shows and funny.
Tales of the Crypt I grew up on. We watched that every Saturday growing up. And what was the other one?
Mystery Science
Oh,
Theater
shit.
3000.
Dude, with those 3 stick figures or whatever, watching all those old movies, that shit is classic. They just talk the whole time and just make fun of what's happening on there.
That's funny.
I think that's what he's talking about. That's what I remember it being.
Matthew says, Vin, have fun. See you soon. And Sophie says, ever saw Tales from the Crypt and Mystery Science Theater 3000? Luke just said that. And he has, and perhaps some people have. I've seen Tales from the Crypt. Maybe Mystery Science Theater 3000, but I'm not sure.
I also like Tales from the Hood, but it's a movie. It's not.
Pico says, last night, my YouTube friend had done a live stream watch of Commando. It's over the top, but absolutely hilarious.
Oh, I love Commando.
It was like, what's the other one like Tales from the Crypt?
Tales from the Dark Side?
Maybe. Sophie says, what was that Nickelodeon show with the kids making up scary stories? That show was weirdly creepy.
I know what it is. I've seen it. What is that called?
I don't know.
I have all the books. It's by
Are You Afraid
R.L.
of the
Stein.
Dark?
Maybe.
Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps?
Goosebumps.
Like, Pico said Goosebumps. Ayla said, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
But I think it's Are You Afraid of the Dark, what she's talking about.
Okay. Luke says, they relaunched Mystery Science on YouTube. It was good, and yes, it had the puppets.
Yeah, that shit's funny. Look at this fucking pair of glasses she's got on.
Motherfucker.
I need to wear that on my motorcycle. You see me ride my Harley with that fucking face guard?
Sure. Matthew says, Tales from the Hood parody, Don't Be a Menace, LOL classic. Luke says, Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps? Sophie's like, yes. Are You Afraid of the Dark is the one she was talking about. Film says, can't wait for the AEW live stream watch along, but I may or may not be here, so just stand by on that one. You never know. And Matthew says, Are You Afraid of the Dark is about a restart. Ayla says, no, Travis, it's got the guy that turned into a plant. A baboon in a crate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's called Creep Show. There's 1 and 2. Creep Show 1 and 2.
Sophie says about Dude Ranch or that Nickelodeon
and there
show
was
that was on
my scariest one is always the floating pond muck. And they're out on it's probably called the pond. Well, all those had really simple names. And then there was the Indian, the cutout Indian.
Matthew says Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, that's a movie. But yeah, good one. All right, Asuka's out there. Now we're just waiting for her opponent.
Boom says, here comes Bianca. Yeah. Sophie says, all that and Kanan and Kai were underrated shows. Kel were underrated shows. It says, I'm glad my mild description jogged your memory.
Yeah, well, the Creep Show, the crate is probably my favorite, and it's also got the old man, and he's like, I want my cake. I want my cake. That one always freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a skeleton.
That's crazy.
And he's eating his daughter's head.
Ew. Pico says, were you
I
ever...
got my cake.
Pico says, were you ever into the newer Planet of the Apes movies?
No.
Personally, myself, no.
I don't mind the one where it first started, and then it kind of got weird. I wish I would have watched it a little bit more, but she doesn't like them, and so I've never watched them.
You just have to watch them by yourself.
I'm just never...
Film's like, not going to lie on this Monday Night Raw. I'm going to give this one, honestly, 8 out of 10. Sophie says, yeah, this match will take 5 minutes with the commercials and the entrance alone. Film says 8 out of 10 for Raw, not bad, love it. Matthew says, Raw started out good, but it couldn't keep it up. That's what she said.
Yeah, well, they went to all the women at the end.
Ayla's like, never seen it, Dalitha. Creep Show. You know what? I might have seen Creep Show, but...
With the crate?
I might have. I don't remember.
And
I'm pretty sure I
underneath the stairs, and then they like, what is this? And it's like 150 years old, and there's like a weird baboon in it.
You know, I never watched a lot of stuff like that. I didn't have like a person in my life that was like, let's watch these creepy, gross, scary movies. These are fun. I never watched that kind of stuff. Mine was more like, ew, let's watch all the animal movies.
Right.
Justin Morgan had a horse, Incredible Journey, the original, That Darn Cat, the original, Cat from Outer Space.
So how is this match?
The Black Beauty.
Right? Seabiscuit.
Ever
Wasn't
really
all
watch
at
the
that
racing ones. So. And then if
So this
if I
match
had
has got 3 minutes left. I don't even understand.
what's going on,
Like,
right?
obviously, Asuka's gonna just lose quick.
I guess, or is that the Becky is going to be such a distraction
The Esther
to
loses.
Esther that Bianca loses and Asuka gets a chance to go after the title.
Right. I mean, anything where Asuka's opponent loses, I'm happy about.
Right?
Picks her up. Asuka down. Asuka's
Yeah.
definitely the smaller of the two competitors.
Ayla, I usually watched what my brother wanted to watch. So
Top Gun.
I got to watch Top Gun a lot. Ugh. I
What was
got
the
to watch
cowboy one?
Star Wars all the time.
What was the cowboy one?
The cowboy one.
Yeah, it's about a 5-hour movie.
Oh,
Got
God.
Kevin Costner in it.
Dances with Wolves?
Dances with Wolves.
No, that was one he didn't really like. It was
Oh, I thought you.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was one. The Days of Thunder, which is another Tom Cruise movie where he races vehicles, where he races cars.
That's actually
like
where he
NASCAR.
met the redhead. Yeah.
And let's see. Superman movies. I watched those I don't know how many times.
Did you know there's a Superman 4?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen it.
I've never wanted to see it. See? So, that's how she won.
So Bianca won. So that screws over Asuka. Should have attacked Asuka.
Right.
Like 3 minutes.
Sweet.
I mean, I get Becky's a main eventer, but to have this as your main event for the evening is just kind of silly.
Right. As Sophie says, that stinks. Our two ladies could give us more than a 5-minute match. And it was like, love, 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 love the new Planet of Apes. And Sophie says, were you into the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers?
Never heard of it.
Matthew says, I agree, Sophie.
I think that was
Matthew
right
says,
after my
Pumpkinhead
childhood.
Scared the shit out of me. It was like, I watched what April and my grandma watched. And Film says, is Robbie, are you still here? He probably fell asleep or died. So it was like, I never saw any version of Planet of the Apes film. Film says, I hope Cesaro doesn't show up at AEW. Piccolo says, yeah, I don't watch Disney or period piece films, just comedy, sci-fi, action, and thrillers. Matthew says, Asuka is better than Flair. Luna says, goodbye, everyone. And Sophie says, I watch random shows. Luna says, see you soon. Matthew says, Tombstone. And Film says, well, Matthew, don't be hating on my armpit queen, Charlotte Flair. It says, currently checking out the Halo show on Paramount. And Sophie says, did you guys see Avatar 1, which came out 13 years ago? No.
She hates it.
I fucking hate that
I've
dumbass
seen parts
movie.
of it. I've never watched it all the way through. I lose it about when all, like, the war starts by the tree. It's kind of like 3 or 4 hours into it. And that's, I find that's kind of where I give up. And that might be the end. I have no idea. Where he's fighting with the other guys. He's a full Avatar at this time.
God bless you. It says, I'm gone now. Stay safe from Kofi. Film says, okay, Miss D and Travis, it's time for me to go. God bless America. God bless WWE. Women's Armpits, Big Hugs, Big Heart. My favorite people. Okay, Film, thanks for hanging out with us. Sophie says, triple threat match. Let's see. Matthew says, LOL, Film. You're not going to see her for a while because she's getting married. Asuka all day. Ayla says, Avatar, The Last Airbender is my favorite cartoon. Right, that's a good one. And Luke says, have a good night, all. Yes, Luke, you too. And go enjoy your Taylor Swift there, my friend. As Chief Detective Martha says, I got a Delta now, no relation to the former Delta virus. And Ayla says, night freaks. Matthew says, see y'all Wednesday. Piccolo says, y'all have a good evening. Says, P.S. Misty, love your armpits even though your sleeves are in the way. I still love them. Peace, bye. You're dark. Sophie says, I saw Avatar in the movie theater with my mom. I was bored. She loved it. Film says, bye, Travis. Thank you for being a cool bro. Hopefully, I'll see you on AEW live stream. Watch along. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
We will be here.
We'll be here, Film. And if you can make it, that's fantastic. If not, we'll definitely see you on Friday, hopefully. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for Raw. It wasn't too bad. Lots of things happening, lots of cogs moving in the wheels and all that good crap. But we'll be back on Wednesday, everybody. Okay, we'll see you for AEW Dynamite. Take care, everybody. Be careful. Be safe out there. Make good choices.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.